Who's fed up with this erection?
Esme. Or Neil, one of them.
Why not both?
Yeah,
Why not
Why
Cyber?
not both?
Right, so welcome back to Do Warforged Stream of Electric Sheep. I am Darren, the Dungeon Master, and from left to right we have.
I'm Amy. I play Isadora, our lovely bard.
I'm confirmed mutant human Neil Kavanagh, and I'm playing Esme. She's off.
Hi, I'm Laura. I play Coda. I had no voice on Monday, but now I have some voice, which is a step up.
Right, so when we
Political.
last left our heroes, we were in Drow House, were we not? The Drow Gaff.
Drivers?
The page,
The Drow
the page is literally called the Drow Gaff on Pro20.
Is it made with brutalist architecture? Because it's Drow House?
Probably.
I'm
But yeah,
sorry.
guys, you got a few boxes, some some nice loots.
And a jar, David.
Keep that
yeah,
fucking
jar.
jar away from me.
I'd like to kiss the David.
Well, like you could technically do
Immediately.
that if you take the lid off it.
I feel like if I take the lid off, then the David will escape.
It'll be like the face hugger scene from Alien.
No, it wouldn't be that interesting. It would literally just be it leaves, and then I'm upset. It's just like, aww.
Isadora's abandonment issues will get worse.
Why does everyone leave?
Why
Fucking
does
brutal out of left field, like.
I like how Coda can comment on someone's abandonment issue just because he abandons people.
Shh. Shh.
But
It's
whatever.
a secret.
Yes, it's badly kept on.
Like vigilance
It's only a
being a
secret.
secret warforged.
It's only a secret because you keep leaving and don't give people the benefit of telling them why you're leaving. Like,
Where's my tab?
Yeah, it's like, I have to go. Where are you going? I can't tell you. Cut to Coda going to the shop to buy some food.
yeah, I'm just getting KFC. So, hey guys, we've got a load of dead drow and a kid that needs to be basically.
And an extra lockbox, remember?
Oh shit! But it's an arcane lockbox.
Well,
we
it's
need
got
to-
arcane inscriptions all over it.
Yeah, so what we need to do is we probably need to go and get this like examined. Do you know who we're going to bring it to, right?
I
We're going to
cannot.
bring it to. Ooh, you could.
Ooh.
Didn't
We
we?
could
Um,
also go bother mages if you like.
Well,
I think she
hold
has
on.
one particular mage in mind.
Yeah, we could go and we could bring it to see Vern.
You just want to bother Vern.
I like how you
I'm
said
not
bring
gonna
it
lie
to see Vern, so all I'm picturing is like a sentient box with like a mustache.
I
Like,
just like
here,
the
hi,
idea.
Vern.
I just like the idea that we open the box and it's just an eye, just looking back out.
What's in the box?
But, do you want to knock it over
Hang
here?
on. Did we not go over why it can't be knocked last week?
I think Andrew went over this. It like undoes magical locks for like a minute or something.
Yeah, it like suppresses it or something.
If
Yeah.
you use a target that is held shut with arcane lock, that spell is suppressed for 10 minutes, during which time the target can be opened and shut normally.
Open the box.
Yeah, I cast knock on the box.
You hear a loud, thunderous knock. And the wait, was I holding the mic when I said that?
What?
Did you guys hear me say about the loud, thunderous knock bit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool. I'm definitely fucking like meds. Yeah. So yeah, painkillers up the wazoo. Yeah, you hear a loud knock. The lid of the box goes, and it opens. Before you is. Pause for dramatics. Basically, like this one's a jar of Dave.
They're cousins.
A jar of Kevin.
There is what you assume to be a box or a book wrapped in leather, like cloth.
Ooh.
And I will be back in 2 seconds.
Hands up if you can read.
I have my hand up, but I don't think the stream can see that.
I mean, I'd be worried if the stream could.
The stream is all knowing.
Omnipotent stream.
Should we try to discuss this book in character to fill the void of Darren leaving?
No.
I mean, Okay,
It's a
no,
book,
no.
Isadora declared.
This is what we do. I remove the book carefully from the box, and then I separate the box and the book, and then I tackle Coda to the ground and start beating his ass. Isadora starts tambourining sufficiently. Renan wonders where Tenshu got to because he literally just disappeared.
Yeah,
He's buffering.
that seems fair.
So Laura, are you happy now?
Coda accepts his beating.
Coda's ass deserves a beat down.
Fair.
Why are there so many flies in my room?
Why is Coda's self-confidence just like literally like a negative number? Like what is wrong with Coda?
Because he is a bad person, TM, by society's standards.
Because he shoots people.
Because he's a tiefling. Also because he shoots people.
Just because of, like, think about everything Coda's ever done. It's all pretty shit. Like,
I mean, it's really not that bad. Like it's D&D, guys. Like,
the abandonment of you know. He's not
I mean,
great.
I think that presupposes people would have missed him.
Oh, devastating.
Oh.
Savage.
I wish Darren was here because that was
He would have
that's a
given you
high level.
inspiration for that.
That's a high level brutal.
Savage.
That was a
Finish it.
Tekken finisher. Yeah,
Finish him.
that was a flawless victory. That was.
Fatality. Darren comes back and Coda's dead.
Just draw a little X through him on the marker on the screen.
Please do. Someone
Okay. Okay, where is he?
Right, so apologies.
Oh shit, Darren's back.
do. Sorry,
Okay.
What are you
DM's
doing?
away post necromancy.
Wrong
Coda's
campaign.
Coda's dead.
Ooh, delightful.
He died from sheer embarrassment.
Died of a fever.
He died of sick burns because he got absolutely destroyed mere seconds ago.
Anyway, book.
Is there anything else in the box before we look at the book?
No, just the book.
Darren, what's in my book?
Alright, the book is a large tome-like book. You'd imagine it to be like a generic spellbook size. It's dark leather. The front of it is embossed with like a 3D face that's like gagged with a like not rope but like really thick twine, and it seems to be like in its mouth, and it's also holding the book like shut.
Oh, guys, this book is probably going to yell at us. Does it
Either
have
that or
eyes?
it's about bondage.
Does the 3D face have eyes?
Yep.
Can I open the eyes?
No, they're like not solid shut, but like you can't do it. Also,
okay,
yes, Amy, it's definitely a book about bondage. I like where you went with that.
Darren, I unbondaged the book.
No.
Well, guess what, Neil? You can't. You try to undo the binds and nothing happens. Like they just don't budge.
Oh,
Is
no.
Dora, knock on it again.
No, don't.
Oh, can I knock on the back? It's like, excuse me.
Housekeeping.
Let it in,
I
please.
really strongly suggest we don't disturb this
Shut up,
thing.
Coda.
Why?
Coda, hold on. Coda, why?
Because
Coda,
it's
explain
got a
yourself.
face. It's a book with a face. It's probably...
You've also got a face, and we don't.
Yes, I'm not
freak out about
an
opening
old leather-bound creepy book.
No, you're an old leather-bound demon.
Isadora, please open the book.
Burn.
Okay, can I cast knock on the book?
You can try.
Would knock do it?
Oh god, do we need to know the book's safe word? Banana.
Wow.
Another object that contains a mundane or magical means that prevents access. Do hands count as mundane or magical?
Yeah.
I think they do.
Alright, I cast knock on the book. Does it open?
Technically, it should. So yeah, okay. The gagging undoes itself, and it looks like it's taped to the back of the book. So like, if it closes again, the restraints come back up, and the mouth or the eyes open, the mouth opens, and it begins to wail inconsistently, and the book opens. Can everyone who is not holding the book? So Izzy, you're holding it, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. Everybody else, make a whiz saving throw, please.
Whoops.
Darren, this is only a +1, so can I have Super advantage.
Fuck off.
I didn't get super advantage.
That's that's still a good roll.
Yeah.
I love how Coda had +3 and he still did.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Coda, what the fuck?
Technically,
Yeah, I just like
And Coda was the only one who wasn't up for this. Oh well.
Yeah.
okay. Essentially, the only person who becomes frightened of or not of Esme of Isadora is
The
Coda.
person
So
that heard
Coda,
it.
you have to run away now.
Bye, Coda.
I run away.
You can't be within to repeat the save. You have to be within 30, like away 30 feet from Isadora. Ugh.
I run 30 feet away.
Coda, where
Sure.
are you going?
He just runs
Yeah,
away
Coda.
screaming, demons, bad, evil, and just runs away.
Just leave him to it. He'll wear himself out eventually.
Seriously,
Shouldn't you be used to that? She called it
Yeah,
after him.
His self-confidence is in the absolute toilet. We need to like have an intervention. Like he's calling himself a demon, and like fair enough. When I call him that, it's funny, but I think he might be beating himself up about it now.
I'm too tired and too full of holes to deal with this.
Is
Fair.
anything written in the book?
Yeah, it seems to be a tome like containing information regarding dark magic and cults.
We should probably bring this to Vern.
Yeah, let's do.
Alright, can I tie it back up?
Not necessarily, since you use knock.
Isadora,
So
you minx.
You just have to, yeah, actually, yeah, you just kind of have to wait.
Wear off anyway. So.
Yeah, you just kind of have to stand there with a screaming book for 10 minutes.
It can tie itself back up, don't worry.
It knows how to do its own.
You see, that's impressive.
Look,
Darren.
no hand. Yeah,
Do the eyes open when the book is screaming?
yeah.
Can I like hold the book face to my face and just start screaming back at it? It's like, stop yelling! Please stop yelling! We need
I
you to
mean, like,
stop
yeah.
yelling! Can I roll intimidate on the book?
Why?
No, I just try and yell at the book to see if that will actually get its attention and make it stop.
Is it still screaming?
It's screaming, but you guys saved, so you don't necessarily hear the screams.
Okay,
So roll.
roll what?
It's basically this.
I will try not to roll.
Okay.
Darren, no.
Yes.
Esme
Good
would be
night.
the best parent. Shut up, Coda. You ran away from a book, you nerd. Ooh, pages scare me.
Reading.
It's a
Coda's secretly a jock, and it's like, oh my god, nerd shit.
Coda is such a jock.
Yeah,
Notice.
the engineer's the jock.
No, he's just like he's a proper secret jock. He's the kind of person who's like, yeah, I don't go to the gym, but he definitely has a protein shake.
He's a secret jock and I'm a secret nerd, so it works out.
So 10 minutes pass and the book rebinds itself.
Coda,
Also,
what-
the box holding it slaps shut.
Ooh. Oh, that's nice. So let's go see my girlfriend Vern.
Can we go sleep? It's the middle of the night.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we
Um,
also got the shit kicked out of us.
I've been awake for so long.
Before people leave, vigilance is like essentially pouring the equivalent of gasoline all over the house.
Oh,
Vigilance,
Vidge,
why?
Vidge, what are your thoughts on the book?
It was very loud, and I
Okay.
didn't much care for it.
And I didn't much care for it, thank you. It's like, all right, Vidge. Well, look, listen. Sure, what we'll do here is get thee to a nunnery. The rest of you go to bed. I'm going to go and warn that poor man to find safe haven somewhere in this shit heap of a town.
Alright.
And,
Vigilance offers to go with Esme since, again,
Yeah.
she is indeed Warforged and is like, hey, I don't need sleep.
That'd be great if you wouldn't mind. But we will walk our friends home and make sure they get to a bed, and make sure they are bedded, and then I will try and get to the man's house. Hopefully, he has taken this under advisement and run off on his own with his family. But who knows? Typical
fair.
man. He probably won't have listened. Right. Okay.
Well.
Let's do that.
All right, so as you're walking through Uria, like close to the Potten household, and Vigilance is like, "You guys go on ahead. I have to take care of one minor thing."
Dude, are you gonna blow up that house?
She's like, "No."
Dude, I have a base like 15 insight. Are you gonna blow up that goddamn house?
Like, it's definitely not going to be still there in the morning, is what I'm saying. But I also have something else I have to do.
Okay, fine. Just
You see her kind of reach into her pocket and take out like what looks like a stone of some sort, and she kind of goes into an alley and starts speaking into it.
That's suspicious.
hey, if that's Wrath and or Grace, tell them I say hi. Tell them I miss them.
It's kind of a case of like she's on the phone, she looks over and she's like, when
I'm
she
on
hears
the
you saying,
phone!
she's like, yes, yes, yes. Like kind of does that waving nod point thing of just like, yeah, fuck off.
Don't worry, guys. She's just on the phone to our friends. It's fine. It's all fine.
After a few minutes, she reappears and she's like, okay, I'm good to go.
So, how's Wrath?
I won't know until he returns my message.
Oh, that's nice. Okay, right, well. To bed, you said.
To shreds, you say.
Right. Darren, how is the Potten household? Is it still in one piece?
Well, Neil, as you and Vigilance approach, you are greeted by who you know to be Amish Potten. Yeah, and a woman who you are introduced to as the wife. So her name is Mary Potten.
Mary Potten?
Yeah. Why, Neil? What's wrong? Is there something there?
So soon.
No, it's Mary Potten.
What's that, Mr. Mess?
Listen.
But yes, they are distraught and they're like, he wouldn't come out of the house. He said he kept talking about some stupid sword. And then we saw some shadows in there.
What?
They're like, Oliver, he's in the house. And someone's in there with him.
I misty step, like, into the house. It's like, Smoliver, get your ass out here now.
Before you, Neilio, is a drow.
Oi! Is he possessed? Does he have the blue eyes?
You know, man, I'm not going to lie to you. He just might be.
Oi! Hey, you! Hey! Get away from that boy.
Hold on one second.
Fucking deck you. Listen, mate. If you do not step away from this child, I'm going to put an arrow in your urethra.
Ew.
Something tells me they might not know what a urethra.
Typical drow.
Think they're better than us just because they don't have urethras.
Typical elves. Not living lives with urethras like normal people.
Right, Neil. Roll me some fucking initiative, baby.
I would like to say that I was yelling quite loud, Darren.
Oh, I know.
Hey guys, when Esme gets the back of her head eaten out by an illithid, it's okay. I made my decision.
Yeah.
To try and save the small child.
Well, Vigilance is with you, isn't she?
She can't misty step into a room.
From the outside.
This is true.
So Darren, how dead am I? Am I dead?
How well do you think you're going to deal against the 1v1 sort of situation?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I have -1 strength.
Neil, you be grand, man. What you say? You got 20?
Yeah. Where's the boy? Is the boy there?
He's not in this room. That's for sure. I'm gonna say you guys. What is
Tenchu doing here? Oh god.
It's a turncoat.
Whoever's moving that is getting banned. Alright, Neilio, you're up.
I just start screaming, Smoliver, where are you? Also, could Vigilance please help me?
I don't know why. It's like, and perhaps could you also do the thing?
Yeah, it's just like, can you help me please?
Clean up on three, Vigilance.
Clean up in all my panties. Okay, I will.
I like where this is going.
I would like to attempt to insightful fighting this drow, Darren. So, insight versus deception.
Don't you fucking come in with that shit. 1 second. Oh, but Neil though.
Oh! Ha! Fucking drow bastards. All I'm saying is, I am just as good as this drow. Right, okay, well,
I think we're all aroused.
Saver wins, isn't it?
No, I used to say attacker wins.
Cool, then I have sneak attack. I'm just going to... not going to lie to you, Darren. I'm going to shoot him right in his drow face. And
That's not where his
call
urethra is.
I know, but I feel like I need to shoot him in his drow face to start. No. I will finish with the urethra.
Ew.
Nice.
Jesus, Darren.
I don't give a fuck.
Right, okay, so I roll to fire my short bow. 12.
Neil, I'm not gonna lie to you. That misses.
Yeah, I know. I know. I call again for the child and also for vigilance. It's like, here, drown the gaff. Also, tiny child is missing. Help.
Okay, so this thing looks at you, giggles when you miss, and sprints up to you. 18, Neilio.
No. Yes, it does.
Hey, don't you move yourself away.
Bye, Esme.
Yeah, you take 7 damage.
Okay.
Yeah, cool. You're up.
It seemed like a better idea when I wasn't alone. Okay. So it's my go again.
Yep.
Okay. I am recognizing the situation as it is. I drop my short bow and I draw my blood dagger.
Oh.
So let's see if I can hit with the blood dagger.
Fuck! Attacker wins.
Oh, does it actually? Oh, thank God. Okay, so now, given the fact that I also have my my sneak attack because of insightful fighting,
Yes.
I do 4.
You have the stats for that knife, yeah, Neil?
I do, yeah.
Alright, cool.
Okay, so here we go.
Nice.
So it's 4. Well, hold on. 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 17 standard damage and 1 necrotic damage.
Fantastic.
I'm trying to remember. I have to kill with the blood dagger. Do I restore all health or just 1?
All the health that's been
Zapped
consumed
away.
using
Okay.
said dagger.
Cool, that's grand. I'm gonna just keep a mark on that. She's just like, come on, motherfucker. Kid, where the fuck are you? Mama's not playing.
7 more slashing damage now.
Please don't die.
You hear a thump 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 thump,
It's like,
and basically the window gets kicked in,
yes, queen.
and she's just like, "I'll pay for it later."
Oh, yes. Here, Darren, any sign of this fucking rat bastard kid?
No, I'm sorry, Neil. The kid doesn't seem particularly talkative, considering that there's 2 people fighting downstairs in his home. But cool. This thing takes damage. Neil, where did you go? Oh, also
Okay.
lightning is heard. You hear lightning coming from above you.
Like within the house.
Certainly seems close enough to be that.
Darren,
Neil,
are you fucking with me?
why? No, why would I fuck with you?
Do you think
said
I
it.
won't? If you did what I think you did, I will kill you. Do you understand me?
Like, I ain't gonna lie, Neil. That I get threatened with that quite a lot from you. So talk shit, bitch.
I will attempt to slash at him again. Why did that happen?
What happened to the board?
It is now fixed.
Darren, I will attempt to slash him again. Yeah.
Alrighty then. Yeah, go on the boy.
Here we go again. Why won't you die?
Oh, snap. Oh, wait, hold on. So how do you bring him down, Neil?
I stab him in no, I stab him in the neck. I just like hold like left hand up onto his head and then blood dagger into the side of his neck and then pull it out.
Nice.
And then feel the like 2 health restore to me. Bringing my total health from 21 or from 20 to 22.
Cool, yeah. The hold on, I'll just move you back to the main map for easy, like prettier map's sake. Where are we doing? Okay, so after the drow like, collapses, Vigilance is like, "You all right?"
Yeah, I'm pretty good. Let's just go upstairs. I have a sneaking suspicion. I just like toddle upstairs and it's like, Oliver, are you here? Oliver.
As you rise, like up through the house, the lightning and thunder is much louder.
I start running towards the sound of lightning and thunder. It's like, Oliver, what are you doing?
As you approach the landing, you see a long hallway, a door at the end of the hallway, and there is light blue flashes coming out from underneath the door.
I like just keep going towards it. Hand on the doorknob, pull the door open, like push the door open, whatever it is.
The door swings inwards.
That kind of quiet Oliver that you can only kind of barely hear.
You enter what looks to be a child's room from the decorations. Standing on his bed, staring at you in bewilderment, is Oliver. From his eyes, lightning is raging out of him, and you can see that he has a sword on his back. And he's like, "I had to come back for my sword."
Do I recognize the sword?
I don't know, Neil. Do you recognize a long sword that looks like a claymore on a child's back that has bits of chains drooping from it?
All right. Hey kid, where did you find the sword?
It appeared to me about a month ago, maybe more.
Yeah,
I tried to show it to my dad, but he wouldn't believe me.
Yeah, your dad's the mechanist, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Okay, kiddo, do you feel like you can handle this? Like, how are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling pretty spry.
Like, I'm not kidding with you. Like, how on fire are you inside right now?
Well, I feel energized. I don't feel like I'm in pain. I'm not in pain, if that's what you're asking.
Okay. Do you think you can control your eyes so they do not look like they are releasing lightning?
Oh, they are? Oh. He kind of rubs his eyes and he's like, and then when he looks at you again, it's just back to normal little boy eyes.
Do you have a little bag or something?
It's like, yeah, I have my little carry bag here. He kind of pulls out a little satchel-y kind of thing.
Can you just throw some of your nicer gear? Can you throw your favorite bits and pieces? Just a few things. Do you have a favorite book or favorite toy or something? Can you just grab those? Yeah. Throw them in the book. Throw them in the little bag.
Nice.
I'll be back. I'm not going anywhere. I'll be right here. And I just turn to Vigilance. He's like, Vig.
Yep.
Can you go down to his parents and tell his parents to grab whatever it is they need to survive outside of this house for a short while?
She's like, all right. She legs it downstairs.
Thank you. Darren, I am going to break your legs. Don't know who you think.
Bring it on.
I don't know who you fucking think you are, but I'm going to kill you once they're ready.
Yeah, Oliver's really fucking quick. He whizzes around his room, puts things into the bag, and he's like, "Okay, I'm ready to go."
Supernatural speed.
Yeah, literally like lightning, one could say.
Wait.
I just want you to know, I literally
you're telling me does he move like a flash? Does he?
No, he doesn't, Neil. Why would I suggest that?
This thing, we can pay homage to something without being sued. Because apparently you like being sued, but I would just sooner pay homage and not get sued.
I'm paying homage.
Bring it on, Warner Brothers. I'll fight you before I fight Disney.
No, but I'm wearing my fair use t-shirt. That's how it works, right? That's how those YouTubers do it.
Mm-hmm.
I have implied oral consent because they say yeah, baby.
All right, so Oliver is beside you and he's like, "Let's rock."
Yeah, let's roll. Let's go. Hey, parent Pottens, how are you guys?
As you come downstairs, you notice that like the body of the drow has been like just like
Put a rug over
badly.
it.
It's literally literally Vigilance is like pushed behind the couch and is like just puts a cushion on it and is like, yes.
It's just the twisted screaming face sticking out behind the couch. The rest of the body,
Like the cushion's in a really, it's like on his knees. It's like just badly like doesn't see the dying face. Like, and she's just like, I do not work well under these awkward circumstances.
I don't know what to do. I get anxiety. It's like, you're right. Okay, I'm sorry.
She's walking around with her hands up in the air and she's like, I don't know what to do with my hands and like.
Let's check that. Hold on. Okay.
Yeah, the Pottens are like just about finished, like packing the necessity.
Okay, Amish,
Yes.
did your son ask you about a sword that he found?
Yeah, he was ranting and raving about it, but I just assumed it was like some old training sword he found from like the watch. Maybe they dropped it on one of their carts or something.
Yeah, and just as a side note, did at what point did you start meeting cloaked figures? Like, how long after he found that sword did you start meeting cloaked figures?
He's like, no, I've been meeting them regrettably for quite some time, long before he like got the sword.
Okay. If your son, regardless of his age, tells you about something suspicious, you should probably investigate it. Because for what you know, it could have been anything. Can confirm your child is a tiny god right now. So you need to go.
He's like, what?
Hey, Oliver.
He's like, yo.
Can you show them the thing with your eyes again?
He's like, hold on, I'll see if I can do it. And he's like,
Just
and
blink
like,
really quickly. Just blink really quickly. That'll probably make it work.
yeah, and he's like blinking. He's like, and it's like a generator going, and it's just like boom, and like a little bit of force comes out of his eyes. And he's like, did it work?
She
just like lightning going everywhere.
She just points to the side. It's like, look at the
Look
thing.
at what you did. This is you.
Good parents listen when their kids tell them the shit's going down. Do you understand me, you punk?
His parents are like, ah.
It's like, all right, rub your eyes again. That'll fix it.
He's like, yeah, and it's fine.
Cool. Okay. Vigilance.
Yes.
Vigilant. Potten family. We're going to go to we're going to go and pay a visit to one of my dear friends.
Should we burn down the house?
Who suggested that? I just turned.
All of them unanimously, but like, just imagine like it's looking at all of the adults, and it's like, who suggested that? Like a little hand comes up in the frame, and he's like, me.
But like, it's literally all of. It's that whole thing though. It's just like, Esme has her back turned for 1 second. It's like, should we burn down the house? And she turns around. It's like, step forward. Which one of you said that? And then all three of the adults step back to blame the kid. It's just like, no,
like,
we need
to make it look like they got us.
Nah, we'll leave the house standing for the moment, because hopefully you will actually one day be able to return to the house and not have it left in a shambles. So quickly, we need to just get out of this area. Darren,
Neil,
where is the Flinton shop?
the Flinton is a little bit further up the way. Like you know how to get there.
Yeah,
if that's what you're asking.
I need to get to.
So you want to go to the Flintons?
Yes.
Cool. All right, you lead the family to the Flintons. It takes several minutes, like maybe 10 minutes of. Well, I'm assuming you're kind of in a hurry, like come on. So after a little bit, you get there.
Like,
you're outside the Flinton house, or not Flinton house.
It's essentially, it's me followed by Oliver, followed by his parents, with Vigilance. Keeping the rear, keeping the rear guard, and then because I currently don't have this information to hand, I essentially need to go and ask them about it. I just I knock quite loudly. How close to dawn is it at this point? Because it was quite late.
Yeah, it's about maybe like 5 in the morning. It's like, give it a few more an hour or so, and it'll be like, what?
Just start knocking, and
like you're pounding on the Flinton shop, like.
Just onto the main shop door.
After a few minutes, you hear like the door opens, and like you look down, and there's like a tired gnome lady with those nightcaps on and like the fluffy slippers, And she's like, "Good God, what?
Hi, I'm sorry. I actually am. I'm genuinely sorry to wake you up. Is Tom here?
Tom? No, he's off finalizing papers. He's been gone for a day or two. He'll be back then. Why? What's this regarding? The contract can wait for morning.
It's it's just a question. Do you know anything about their procurement process for assistance? There was a party member by the name of Sybil that was regrettably lost in the caves far off about a few weeks ago. I'm just looking to see if I can get information on how did she get in contact with them, or did he get in contact with her? Basically, who I needed to trace her back to somewhere.
She's like still rubbing the sleep out eyes, and she's like, most of our bodyguards, if they're not hired from the family, are like usually come seeking us, and at that we just do a background check to make sure they're not murderous freaks, and then we kind of don't care and just pay them gold to do what we say. So if there's a paper trail, I don't have it. If there is a paper trail, it's probably in Tom's office, which is locked. He is the only key. I don't feel like getting fired.
No, that's legitimate. Can you do me a favor?
Maybe, probably not. What?
Okay, try to remember. If you can't, I totally understand. But when he comes back, just tell him that Esme called looking for him.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be great. Okay, I will talk to you again. Thank you for your time.
Okie dokie, and the door just slowly closes.
I thought that would help. Oddly enough, it didn't. A shame that. We're going to go and annoy an old halfling woman now.
I need to draw like a really generic, like 2-frame animation of like cute versions of the characters like running all over the map.
Can I retroactively have asked Isadora for the box with the book in it? So that I'm not annoying Vern twice in one day.
Sadly, Neil, no, you did not ask her.
Fine. Okay, team.
No, you just need to show up again with Isadora, but with like mustache on, and be like, "It's not Esme."
I'm so glad
Esme.
Push to Talk is on because I've been laughing for so long.
It's Esme and Esmu.
My name is Guy Incognito.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Darren, how close to dawn is it now?
It's pretty close. We're gonna say you journey to what you call it, Vern's Gap. While that's happening, Coda,
Yeah.
gimme them rolls, boy.
Sorry, I need to take notes there.
Yeah. And then we'll go around the table if anyone had anything they wish to do before, they tucked in for the night.
Sorry, guys.
Not gonna lie, Darren, those were pretty shit.
Which one is that for?
For the thing I was talking to you about earlier that isn't the first thing but is the second thing.
Coda, can you
Okay,
just
yeah.
type to him which thing is which?
Yeah, I could do that. That'd be great.
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about. Okay, give me 2 more rolls.
2 more. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm having some luck over here. Maybe my dice just get stage fright. Yeah! Nice one. Thank you, Darren.
No bother. Okay, so Izzy, was there anything specific you wish to do before going to bed, or?
Oh, dude, we're having our own fun over here.
Have you guys been whispering the whole time? Because
Yeah.
the stream can't see that.
I know, but it's great.
All right, cool. Back to Esme. Esme, you lead the merry band of hobbits to Vern.
Right, so, Darren, I'm going to explain this in a very clear manner. If Esme arrives at Vern's house while it is still dark, Esme does not knock. Esme will delay knocking until there is at least some kind of element or vision of sunlight, because she knows how dead she will be if she knocks before dawn.
The second the surprise, you start crowing like a rooster.
Yeah, it's just like, wait for it, wait.
Tears in my eyes.
It's literally like it's her pacing back and forward with this family just sitting there, and then she's just like, okay, we have rations. We'll just eat some rations. We'll relax. We'll
Why didn't you bring them to the Hawk and Jester for the night?
Okay.
Why did you make them sit on the street?
They have Sybil's sword. I don't understand. Like, that is a powerful thing. I thought that I could find out where they were all going to. I am afraid of Vern more than I am the sword. I just needed to hold out for another, 20 minutes at most.
Yeah, so 20 minutes at most pass, and it is, the crack of dawn.
Just start knocking on the door. Vern, please help. I'm so sorry. Don't hit me, but I need help.
The house is pitch dark. The door, after the 50th, just the door just slowly, eerily opens. And before you was a darker house. All you hear is a booming voice enter?
Sebastian, is that you?
No.
Vigilance.
Yes.
I'm going to step inside this house. If this door slams shut behind me, bring this delightful family to the Hawk and Jester, and then come back with reinforcements to save me, because I could well be dead. Okay?
All I'm picturing is that scene from the Firefly movie Serenity, where Mal is like, if I don't come back, and they're like, take the ship. Keep going. He's like, no, you take the ship and you come get me.
It's just like, this isn't a noble sacrifice, this is just fear. I will signal within the next 10 to 15 give me 3 minutes, and if in 3 minutes I do not indicate that I am safe and will be coming outside to collect our friends, then hide them in the Hawk and Jester, okay?
She's like, okay, we'll wait for your signal. And the Pottens are like, yeah.
Is Smoliver still there?
Smoliver is still there.
Oliver,
He's looking a bit tired, but
I'm sorry. I know you need a nap. You definitely need a nap, right? But I swear to God, do not run off. If you go missing, I will be so angry.
he's like, no, don't worry, I'll wait here. And he salutes you.
I just walk into the darkened house.
Okay, the door slams shut behind you. You know that scene from Spirited Away, where she's just pulled through all the halls, and she's like, essentially that happens, but your knowledge of the outside of the house, the halls don't make sense.
No.
The house
You were
is
the one who
clearly
watched the haunted house.
50 times bigger than it should be, essentially. And eventually you come to a room and with really nice, embroidered, gorgeous doors, and they swing open, and you're kind of dragged in, and Vern is basically just sitting in a huge chair, and she's like, yes?
Oh my God! It is actually you. Okay. Whew.
She puts she aims at you with a finger gun, and she's like, you have got 5 seconds till I telekinesis you against that door.
Okay, so, God's sword and screaming book. How is that for 5 seconds?
She's like, not the best, and she shoots you anyway. You go flying back. As you fly through the air, you hit the door, but you do feel kind of an energy source behind you, taking obviously the majority of the force. So it's more a case of she's just like,
yeah. No, oh no, it's I'm okay with that. It's just okay.
So this is a terrible time. We've had a break in, and I'm trying to deal with it as one does in a calm manner. I was brought up to, and she just flings a table against the wall, and she's like, screaming book.
Yeah.
Screaming book.
So, oddly enough, not the most pressing issue. Is there a way to indicate to my? Can you know the deep voice thing that you did there?
Yes. Oh yeah.
There's 4 people who are outside that I just need to indicate that I am currently not dead and might not be being killed. It's just maybe.
She's like, oh them, and she kind of and essentially, if this was a show, it would cut back, and the other would be standing literally at the front door, looking at us, whoa, I wonder if she's dead. the welcome mat just drops down, and ah!
Oh God!
And then suddenly they just fall into the room you're in, and they're standing beside you, and the parents are clearly what the fuck is going on?
Yeah,
they're distraught as what the fuck is going on?
Okay, so first things first. We found a house full of drow, and they had these blue eyes. and we fought them because they were trying to blackmail this guy. He's a mechanist and he works in the record hall or something. Anyway, so what had happened was we tried to like save them because his son was really worried. There's his son, pointed on him. His son was really worried, thought his dad was up to like nasty stuff, thought he was a monster. We tried to help the kid. Turns out the dad was getting into trouble with these drow, and then we wanted to like settle the score. Went to settle the score, and then what comes out of the ground but a magical portal to a labyrinthine world, and these weird kind of human-sized creatures with tentacles, like octopus heads, and they were spooky. They could like speak in our heads. So we tried to kill that too. Then it escaped, and then we looted the house where all of these kind of possessed drow beasts were. And we found this, and I just take out the Jar of David. It's like, he's helpful. I like him. But then we also found this book that was bound shut, and then we opened it in a locked magic box. We opened the locked magic box, we opened the sealed up book, and then the book started screaming, and it made one of our friends really scared.
While you're saying all this, like, Vern is like, And you finish, she's like, one moment, please. And
If you hit me, I'm going to be so scared.
she points at there's like a bit of a gap between like her and you guys, and like just a brick wall just rises up, and she's like, and the second it like basically blocks your view of her, all you hear is like motherfucker, and you see like glass going off everywhere, and like you hear like you smell burning, and then the wall drops, and she's like, so. That's very peculiar. Like everything behind her is just like eradicated. It's like some of it's on fire. She's like, "Whoa, that sure is a doozy."
It's not great. I'm not going to lie to you. I thought I had the book with me, but I don't. And I'm going to bring it to you later to identify it. Maybe if you're not going to kill me.
At the concept of you returning, like you see a twitch in her eye. She's like, "That's great. I like the help."
I might send someone else. I'll leave you alone. However, do you know anyone by the name of Sybil?
She's like, no, but I can find someone who does.
Tall,
well, I can ask around.
Beautiful, pillowy lips. Dead now, but was absolutely amazing.
Are you fantasizing over a dead woman's lips?
I mean,
I try not to judge, but like
I was fantasizing over them when they were alive.
She's like, okay, well, that's a whole lot of therapy for the child.
Esme just walks over. It's like, so yeah, she had this sword, and then she died in my arms. It was beautiful, and then
That's a lie.
I shut up.
Yeah, from out of nowhere, Izzy like just appears from a pile of books, and she's like, "Oh shit!
Who the fuck lies to Vern?" Anyway, but then she's like, and then the sword was this. There was this really cool sword that was like summoning whirlwinds and whatnot, and I was like I tried to whisper it to it to see if it would like connect with me, but then it didn't. And then she just like literally picks Oliver up and turns him around. And then she just points at us like, and then it appeared on this kid. And I'm not going to lie to you, right, Fern? I'm really scared. I don't know what's going on. And your house is broken into, and I'm also scared about that. And there's just, I don't know what to do.
She's like, well, I was out of town for a day and it broke in. I wasn't here, so if anyone were to come back, I will... She looks at the kid and she's like, make them not feel great. Anyway, you need to leave. They can stay the night. You can pick them up or the day. What time of day is it again?
It's like just dawn.
It's dawn, I swear.
Yeah, it's like, don't hit me. She's like,
oh,
okay,
I love the idea that she knew. I love the idea that she could see that, and then she's like, I'm not answering that door. I am not answering that door. I refuse to answer that door.
Yeah, it's like looking at like a crystal ball, and she's like, turn around. There's no one home. Go home.
Why
Yeah,
are they
she's like,
sitting there? Why? Like, why are you haunting my house? Get out of my house!
she's like, they can stay here for a day. You can pick them up when you bring back the book. Does
Cool.
that seem fair? They look tired. Would you like to rest? And the family are like, yes, please. And she's like, no one can hurt you here. Like, literally no one. Like, Baphomet himself has to wipe his shoes before he walks into this house. So you can go sleep. Sebastian will show you to the spare rooms. And let's walk. And she, like, points at Esme. She's like, let's go.
Esme, like, stage whispers to Vigilance. Is like, she's so awesome.
I'm just picturing how things are playing out. Okay, so yeah, Vigilance is like, I can walk too.
yeah,
Yeah.
Vigilance, please come with us.
Yeah, so like
Pottens, I'll be back soon.
she
this will
walks
all
and she talks.
fine. Yeah.
Essentially, she is like, okay, so the book. Don't know,
Yeah.
it doesn't ring a bell instantly, like, but if you bring it, I will have a look. At best, I can identify it for you, and if you wish to, like, I don't know, cart it, like, leave it here, I can take it off your hands. If you want to keep it, that's perfectly fine. You spoke of a jar and a head and something.
Well, there's this. I believe it's identified itself as the Jar of David, but I just kind of like.
Do you, like, show her?
Oh yeah, no, I showed her the first time. It's like
I like to think, like, you lean back into your pack and it's like, it's called this, and she's just like, yes, and just pushes your arm back down into the bag. She's like, I don't need to look at that.
No.
She just vomits onto it. It's like, no, don't, thank you. But yeah,
She's like, well, that's a thing that. Yeah.
get that out of my house.
And she's like, as for the labyrinth, you say, and the squid face, and she, like, mimics squids on her face.
Yeah,
Like, that is a genuine concern. I don't know anything about those. Like, that's not my area of expertise. But I might have someone in the Mages Guild that you can contact if you drop my name. I'm sure they'll see you, that kind of thing. The secretary might not, like the person who's actually going to get you in contact with said person, but, you know, I'll leave that up to your capable hands.
yeah.
And she basically gives you a slip of paper, and she just, like, writes the name down. And it's Andrea Deadfeet. She's like, she's
last answer the chat.
yeah. She's like, she's a gnome. She's good. Me and her, like, worked together a few times in the guild. She's not family, but she's off the top of my head, she's definitely the person to talk to about interdimensional squid faces with labyrinths. So go to her. I'm sure she'll research it and get back to you, or maybe she'll have everything ready to go then. I'm not too sure. But the sword,
I think that needs
it.
to be identified.
Yeah, I'll have a look at it. I don't think the kid's a god, but I don't know, maybe he is. I don't know.
Yeah,
As
he's
long as he
probably
doesn't
not.
break anything.
He has a tendency to have lightning eyes, and that's probably not.
Don't
great.
we all, darling? Don't we all? And, like, it's a case of you round the corner, and, like, you've only walked, you've only walked, like, a smidge, like, a really small length of time, like, literally from, like, the SU's office to, like, the door to the, like, where, you know, you can exit the quad, that kind of, like that.
Oh, yeah.
And you're suddenly at the front of the house again, and she's like the entrance, like, area where you put your shoes down, that sort of thing. And she's like, right, you guys leave. And I'll see you in a couple of hours. Good. And you guys are just, like, pushed out the door. It's not, doesn't even look at. She's like, good. Bye.
Bye, Vern.
And the door slams shut.
I'm sorry, Vern.
And you see, like, flashing lights coming from the windows.
That kid is definitely gonna get his ass beat by Vern.
Vern, we have cookies. No, we don't have cookies. Oh, really? Oh, motherfucker!
No, I like to imagine her being, like, really accommodating to everyone except Esme. Like, she's lovely to everyone else.
Well, to be fair, like, if I remember correctly, Esme was kind of like, Vern, honey, yes, sass. And Vern is like, this bitch comes into my house. My couch.
Well, anyway, I
All I can imagine is Vern being George Bush from that episode of The Simpsons when they move in and Sebastian's the wife.
Oh my god!
Oh dear.
Oh boy.
right. I just take Vigilance's hand, looking visibly done, It's like, vigilance. We're going to go to the tavern now, and we're going to rest ever so slightly for about maybe 4 hours.
Are there any mages there that want to kill us? I don't want to die to a small person.
Vigilance. I'm not going to lie to you, right? I don't want to die either, but at the exact same time, I'm not sure I'm going to get to live. So let's go home, or let's go to the closest thing to a home and go to bed.
All right. And you guys rejoin the party. Most of the party. Coda, are you with the party? What's everybody doing?
Yeah, what are all those snaky rolls about?
You
I
would like
went
to
back.
know.
I went back after. Well, I'm assuming I spent most of the night in the workshop, but I came back to the town.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's cool. Yeah. All right. So you guys meet up.
I am.
Oh, good. Remember, Neil, you don't necessarily need to sleep. You can go a day without sleep and not have a point of exhaustion. It's just you haven't healed. It's the only downside.
Yeah, no, that's. I'm not doing that either. I literally go into the bar and I say, "Can you just bring breakfast up to this room, please?" And
Just shovel it directly into my mouth.
just leads. It like walks past the table where everyone's clearly eating breakfast. It's like, when you're done, follow me up to my room. I have things to tell you. I also need to nap for a little while too, but I'll nap after I've spoken to you. Okay. See you in a few minutes. Okay. She just heads straight upstairs.
Cool.
At
Yes.
breakfast, I cast Identify as a Ritual to find out what Renan's gloves do.
Okay. So, actually, okay. Is that? Do you remember the chest that was ill-placed in the cave that Tenchu believed to be a test of some kind? Haunted you? They're essentially gloves of blacksmithing. They give you advantage checks, advantage on tinkering tools checks and smithing tools checks. They look like big, chunky workman gloves, sort of thing.
Don't give them to Coda. Keep them from him.
You're not here.
Do you want to do a short rest, Neil, essentially to roll hit points?
Yeah, I'd like to do that.
Just in case someone decides to, fly kick a guard in your something in a fight or something.
Can Neil not do the 4-hour sleepy thing?
Well,
Yeah,
how long you wish to? Do you want to sleep for 4 hours?
Well, it's do transfer 4 hours to get the benefits of a long rest.
All right.
But I will delay doing that to basically get to talk to them before. So essentially, they can go and do things for those 4 hours while I'm resting.
Yeah. All right. Vigilance can also rest for 4 hours and get the benefits of a long rest. So she's
Well,
the same.
I mean, how long would what all of Esme did have taken?
Quite some time, considering
Would it have been more or less than 8 hours?
No, be less than 8 hours.
So would it be 4 hours?
Yeah, but she's not necessarily resting for those 4 hours. She's
But
doing shit.
Esme is doing stuff for those 4 hours while we're resting, and then we get our extra 4 hours that we need to take a long rest, and Esme gets her 4 hours. So everybody's well rested and can wake up at the same time.
That makes sense.
Yes, but technically everybody did go to bed at 3 a.m.
Yeah,
And
and
Esme's
Esme got back in at 7, which is dawn, which is 4 hours.
Yeah, that makes
And
sense.
we need to sleep for an extra 4 hours.
I'll just take the exhaustion or whatever I need to do.
You don't get exhausted for 1 night.
Oh yeah, I only get 1 day. That's fine.
Yeah, sure, we can do that. So there are no words spoken at breakfast, and Esme goes straight to bed, as does Vigilance.
I cuddle her coat.
Because nobody's at breakfast.
No, I'm going right up to bed.
Yeah.
We'll get up
That's
for breakfast in 4 more hours.
We all get up for breakfast together.
We get up for lunch.
Yeah, essentially. It'll be a brunch. It's like
not
11
quite
a.m.
breakfast. It's not quite
Yeah,
lunch.
it's a brunch.
Light a cantaloupe at the end.
What about second breakfast?
We all wake up for 11s, alright?
Yeah.
It's fine.
Hey, friends.
Good morning.
Hey.
Hey, so
I read Pottens.
I'm not gonna lie to you. They're fucking deadly, but they're fucking deadly for a reason I did not expect. Got to the gaff, killed another drow,
At the Potten house.
Yeah. It was pretty fucking cool. I got to, I stabbed it right in the neck. and then
Are
it
they all
died.
right? Are they safe?
We'll get there. So what happened was,
a story.
killed the drow in the house, and then I heard thunder. And then I went upstairs because it sounded like the thunder was happening upstairs. I was like, "This is weird." And I got into Oliver's room, and he had lightning eyes, and had a very familiar sword strapped across his back.
Oh no.
Yeah, Sybil's sword came to Oliver a few months ago when it disappeared from us.
Oh.
Now a tiny
Oh.
child has a giant sword.
Okay, that's
So when oh no, it wasn't that way. It wasn't the it wasn't that. That's fine. But I was noticeably worried about the concept of a god sword-ish being in that child's hands. Even though I know it's not a god sword, and it's not that powerful, it's still pretty fucking cool. Probably shouldn't be in the child's hands. Anyway, I went to try and investigate to figure out if there was anyone who would know anything about that sword. So I went to the Flintons gaff. Tom isn't around. He's finalizing papers somewhere. And I couldn't get any of the paper trail on Sybil. So then I took them to Vern. So now Vern has the Potten family, will identify the sword. And I also told her about the book. Hey, look at Izzy. So we're going to bring the book to her later for her to have a look at. And we will collect them. Do you guys still want to go to the library?
Yes.
I have a contact for you guys to speak to while you are there about the squid people.
One of Vern's old mage friends.
Say that again?
One of Vern's old mage friends.
Yes. Andrea Deadfeet. Apparently she will know more about interdimensional nonsense than Vern does.
Alright.
Other than that...
So will we go to Vern first, or go to the library first?
Go to the library first. Let's ascertain some other knowledge. I feel like Vern needs a bit more time away from me. And also the Pot family could do with a bit more time to actually sleep in a safe location.
What do you plan to do with them when you take them from Vern's?
The Potten family? I have no fucking idea.
Is there anywhere safe we can send them?
Oh my god, to your parents?
Not ideal.
I mean, it's not ideal. Do you hate the Pottens?
No.
Or do you just not want to talk to your family ever again? What's up?
I mean...
They probably shouldn't stay in the city.
Let's send them to live with Rain. In the woods.
Well, there's nowhere I can think of outside the city that's... Well, I mean, we could send them to Dagdom, but there's an Oni there.
They're Yorians. They're Yorians, aren't they?
Yes.
Send them to the embassy.
In Aerith.
They'll be safe there.
That's not a bad... Do you think your parents would take them?
Of course.
That's a great idea.
Perhaps we might get a bit more of an explanation out of Vern when she's had time to look at the sword. So we might be able to get, if it's a sword that has... I have a very vague knowledge that some weapons have, powerful magical weapons have known to have personalities of their own. Should that be the case in this instance, we'd want to get that checked out.
Do you think that thing we saw in the house is going to keep looking for them? Or do you think it's going to start again?
The squid Billy?
The squid-faced man.
I have no idea.
We'll find that out.
Say that again, Amy?
I was going to say the only way that we'll find that out is if we really know what it was looking for, and we'll find that out by getting more information about it. So,
damn straight.
What's your idea?
Who? Me?
Yeah.
My idea currently is that you guys, like whoever needs to head to the library, head to the library and start gathering information. I need to go and speak to the gang over at. I need to speak to the boys very quickly. There was something else I wanted to do, and I can't remember what it was now. It was in the list of things. Hold on. Is there anything Izzy wants to be doing? Like anything?
No, I'm going to go to the library.
Cool. Well then you guys do the library, and I will follow you over very, very shortly.
As Esme finishes speaking, like Vigilance kind of like, oh, she kind of like starts like fumbling around with her like packs, and then she pulls out like a weird glowing stone, and she's like, excuse me. She kind of like goes off into the corner.
I have to take a call.
Yeah, essentially like out of earshot, and like it holds the stone like a phone, and is kind of like nodding a few times, and then like she's nodding like and then like her head kind of drops down, and like she kind of like looks up and doesn't like flinch. She just like is staring straight at a wall for a couple of seconds, and then she like puts it back into her pocket, and she like looks over to you, and she like has completely like 1,000-yard stare, and like she just rushes over and like pulls all her stuff up, and she's like, forgive me, but I must leave.
What happened?
You alright?
She's like, yeah, I told Wrath and Grace about what we fought in that house, and apparently there's another one in Orion, and they've been tracking it for ages, and they need me, so I have to go. I'm sure you will like assist the Pottens well, but I have to assist them. That's my duty.
Alright.
And she kind of like goes to run, and then she does a 180, and she's like, oh wait, hold on. And she like rummages through her pack, and you hear lots of jingling and a jangling, and she pulls out like several necklaces, and she's like, here, look, I make these, and she like puts them down on the table, and she's like, we usually reserve them only for the bearers, but anyone who's fought beside me and cares about me the way you do is any brother in arm as much as a bearer is. And it's basically like a little medallion that's kind of golden, just has like a little sun depiction on it, and she's like, here, like, even if it's like, you know, the darkest night, pray, and this will show you the way. It's your light in the dark. And she kind of like, it's like, farewell, and she kind of like sprints out of the shop.
Safe travels.
Call us if you need us.
We don't have one of those phone thingies.
If they need us, they'll get in contact.
So yeah, these medallions, guys, basically they allow you to cast light at will.
Ooh!
Shit, okay.
Yeah.
You gave me my favorite spell.
No more torches. No more torches.
Essentially, when you cast it, a little tiny orb of light just hovers over your like head. And it's just like, woohoo, light!
Right, guys, to the library.
To the library.
To the library.
Phew.
Right, scene change.
Bless you.
So you're going to the old Midges Guild.
Yeah.
Right, so Midges Guild.
Never thought-
it's
never
not,
thought
it's
of
not
really-
Eagle's first time in a guild.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
What was that?
Everybody spoke over each other at once.
Yes, correct. Amy, go.
I was going to say, oh, this is our first time in a guild, but it actually isn't, because Renan and Tenchu have been here before.
Oh, yeah.
Esme, are you going with them, or are you doing the nasty boys thing you suggested?
I go and speak to the nasty boys and then follow in after.
Cool.
Using whatever, like, essentially the exact same crossing of words. It's like, yeah, I'm looking to speak to Andrea Deadfeet. I was told to contact you because of, like, whoever. My friends are in the library. I need to just get in to see them. Blah, blah, blah.
You hear rummaging behind like the counter when you approach, and like, I need to speak to, and like a man kind of like whisks up from behind. He's like, you well?
Alright, Vincent.
He's like, what the fuck do you want, lads?
We're looking for some access to the library, if that's alright.
And I want night in heaven with 7 tieflings, but yet here I am.
Is that a yes?
It's a, like, you can't just walk in and stroll into the library, like.
I have that writ from Alexius, don't I?
Do you? Give us a here. Give us a here.
Can I rummage in my pack and find it and give it to
You
him?
may. Your pack does not eat you.
God.
Woo!
I want to
Like-
give like Isadora a look. Like, do we know this man? Like, really confused look.
I'm actually trying to remember in game if people met Vincent.
No, well, I didn't.
Well,
I think he was with Alexius when you ran into him at Dagenham, but I can't quite remember.
Anyway, Isidora's going to act like she knows him without actually introducing him by name. Coda, how could you not remember this guy? We spent so much time together.
Love this. Yeah, Vincent leans over and he's like, "Yeah, Coda, what the fuck, like?" He puts a cigarette in his mouth, starts lighting it.
So everything's in order, right? Vincent? Hello. Where did everybody go?
Vincent died.
Oh, no. Oh, God, I thought my internet cut out.
No, it's not you. It's Darren, I think.
Yeah, sorry, people came in. Say that again, thank you.
Everything is in order. We can go into the library.
He kind of looks over it and he's like, And he's like, "Yeah, it's going.
Sweet.
Hands it back in.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
See you later. I'll see about getting those tieflings to you.
Sure, you've already got one there, but
I suppose.
kind of takes a drag and he's like, "Hey." You guys are kind of like, go down that hallway, guys.
Making kissy faces at Coda.
You were?
Coda, like,
No.
definitely, like, when he said that, Coda just definitely kind of, like, looked ahead blankly, then took him a few seconds to remember that he's a tiefling, and then looked down and then got frustrated and flustered.
What? Coda's frustrated. My God.
Who would have guessed? Yes, so you guys press on to, like, essentially, like, it's really well labeled where the library is. Like, as you walk through the halls, you see there's portraits, there's just nice paintings of, like, the portraits of you are people you imagine to be former or current, well noted people in the guild, that sort of thing. Nerding attention. There's some people sitting at, like, couches reading, there's floating books following people. It's some people have, like, 3 floating books and, like, a cup of tea in their hand, that sort of thing. You do know, actually, whose passive is over 15?
16.
16. Cool. You guys notice a small portrait on one of the walls of the nefarious necromancer that you did fight, Mr. Gregory Hutton.
Ew.
But he's, like, kind of in, like, nicer clothes. He's got a bit of hair and he's, like, looking spry. Like a yearbook photo. But yeah, after a while you come to a huge doors that just say library. And when you open it, it's essentially like it seems like it goes on for infinity. It's just like there's literal fog. Because you're like, where the fuck does it end? And it kind of goes up a couple of stories, and there's just people, like, sitting at desks, sitting at couches. Some people are just, like, levitating around the room. Again, books are floating in and out of bookshelves to one another. Some are flying off the bookshelf to people who are like, yo, I need that one. And, they catch it midair and they start reading it. So yeah, guys, the library is before you. What do you wish to do?
Alright.
Library is open.
Isidora, do you want to gather some quills and some ink so we can take notes, and I'll go look for the books?
Alright.
Guys, roll library use.
Oh, hang on, I don't have my Call of Cthulhu sheet.
I'm going to roll investigation to see if I can find writing materials.
Yeah,
I roll investigation for books?
You may.
Okay, so we're looking for information on Laureate, we're looking for information on Illithids, and anything else that anyone can think of?
I suppose whatever Esme was talking about, like, magical swords that transport to different users and stuff. See if we can find anything as well.
Okay.
I want to, like, look around in awe for about 5 minutes with my mouth open, then go and assist with finding the books.
Oh, Vernon.
Alright, let's see these rolls. Wait, Coda, what are you looking for specifically?
I'm helping to find
the
the
books.
books.
Yes. I apologize. Right, so Izzy, you find writing materials. You find basically a free desk after a few minutes of searching. It's kind of got everything you need. Essentially, it's got quills, paper, like the whole shebang for taking notes, copying, the whole works. There's a few seats, quite a big table, so it's a case of, like, it's a group effort table sort of thing. Sadly, Renan is taken back not taken back, but just impressed by the wealth of like. And he's kind of more like nerding so hard that he.
I gave my excuse in the chat.
Yeah, there's a reason.
Oh,
Yeah.
did you?
Spends more time. Yeah.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Coda, you managed to get the flies out of your mouth after a few minutes, and find some books, not very big ones and not very good ones. It's a case of like they have a passing passage on like enchanted weapons and you, sort of thing. But like you just kind of grab a handful of them. And you're like, yeah, this is probably it's probably fine. You have a big stack of books. You're excited, all these books. Some of the mages are kind of curious as to why, dirty, muddy, blood-covered adventurers are just like, oh my god, what does this do? But yeah, most of them don't actually approach you because they're like, well, if they made it this far inside, they're probably allowed to be here. Otherwise, they'd probably be dead.
I'm territorially guarding the desk.
Like prison, it's like, whoa, keep walking, man, keep walking.
Amy puts her laptop down on the desk to make sure that no one steals it.
Put your boots up on the desk.
Yeah, big
She
dirty,
just tambourines
muddy.
aggressively. Every time someone comes near, she just shakes the tambourine really angrily.
Like a rattlesnake.
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
Just put your scarf on the table, standard IDT library practice.
Someone comes over and it's like, hey, are you using it? It's like, keep walking, buddy boy.
It's like
These are
Oktoberfest all over again.
Yeah, so after about 15-20 minutes, everyone finds Izzy and throws everything on the pile. The pile is very lackluster. It's just Coda fumbling with a giant pile of books that's probably not relevant. It's like, he's like, guys, did you know they have books here?
So many books. So many books.
Guys, did you see the reference section? Oh my god.
So good. So yeah, guys, you have a desk, you have some books, you have each other, and you have yeah, that's probably it, really.
The only love you need.
So, if you want, again, it's going to require, if everyone wants to roll investigation, like they all pick a book each, that sort of thing. So you can all roll investigation and essentially look for whatever it is you're looking for. I'm assuming since Coda was searching for, like, god weapon books. It's a
Well,
case
I was kind of
like,
helping in general with all the books, but like, yeah, I guess specifically I was like.
well, yeah, sure, everyone roll investigation, and everyone takes, like, a couple of books and starts, like, quick read. Your dissertation's due in 2 days, and you don't know what the fuck you're
Oh
writing.
god, we're deadline college student reading right now.
I had to talk someone around on how to BS doing a fucking dissertation today, and it was the funniest thing in the world. Don't write about the Titanic.
Nice.
That's
Easy.
12.
Oh right, you get the lower one.
I'm rolling with disadvantage.
Why are you rolling with disadvantage?
Oh, I
She's
know.
she's slightly illiterate.
Oh, that's...
Oh, that's cute.
That's why I asked her to get the writing supplies instead of helping us look for the books.
I knew that. I forgot. Shit.
Esme, are you helping, or are you just kind of like
Are you
gallivant?
there?
Yeah, see, I was more running off the idea that I hadn't arrived.
Yeah, that's fair.
I
That's
think.
fair. That's fair.
But
Yeah.
I would arrive around now.
Yeah, I'd imagine you'd run around there.
Literally just a quick message to the guys, and then it's like, "Hey, I'm back." She has no time for Vincent. Vincent's like, "Hey," and it's like, literally with people, don't talk to me.
It's like, how this is exactly going to play out, buddy boy.
It's like, listen. It's just like, didn't I see you at that bar that one time? He's like, talk to you later, and that's it. It's like, that's all it needs to be. So, like, hey guys.
We're gonna break because it's 10:30.
Okey-dokey.
For 10 minutes, mainly because I need to run to the bathroom. So yeah, we'll be back in 10, guys. To all who are watching,
Woo!
and yeah,
You.
take a 10-minute break, go get some water, and we'll be back with our books, our findings, and on and upwards.
10-minute reading montage.
We're so cool.
I wish Tenshu and Rizbit were here, because then Esme would read them a pop-up book on sex.
Tenshu, Rizbit, repeat after me. This one's called The Jackhammer.
No, it's a pop-up book though, so it's one of the ones with the pulley levers. So
Yeah.
in and out, in and.
Oh, we have to try and smuggle out some. If the mages have any pun joke books, we need to smuggle them out for Tenshu.
Yes, we need to steal from these people.
Yeah, we do.
What is wrong with you?
Can we not just go to that, that nice bookshop that I was in like
Oh
10
yeah.
sessions ago?
I forgot
And
there was
buy
a
him a fun
bookshop.
book?
Yeah,
Like,
that makes more
nice.
sense.
Normal, good people.
Coda, no name. Like literally the world's worst thief. I'm gonna steal that. You just told me I own it. It's like,
No, it's mine now.
look, it's got my name on it. It's like you're defacing public property. Coda's just a shitty tagger.
Oh god, at some point I'm gonna have to address the fact that Renan's avoiding me.
Just stab him in the neck.
That's usually how I solve my problem. No, I'll shoot him in the back, sure.
I meant Renan stab you in the neck, but whatever.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Secret cleric Renan Redcastle.
Secret cleric. Oh, he's been demon hunting this whole time. I'm just his quarry.
I was considering taking some levels in cleric.
It's literally it's the Buffy and Angel storyline all over again.
Oh, Jesus. I do not want to be Angel.
You are Angel.
Too late.
I'm just misunderstood. I'm a gunslinger with a soul. It's like, all right. It would be great if you could just be a gunslinger with better aim, really.
You shush, I made you presents.
Oh, did you? Oh, is it a grappling hook? Because I swear to God, if Esme now has a grappling hook, there will be absolutely no dealing with her. Like Vern will literally stab her in the face.
I mean, it's not, but that is definitely the next thing I'm inventing. Like, no question, that is happening. I would like to just, like, do a quick shout out for the chat earlier.
Why? What was the chat saying?
Because Twitch user Tantalus Ireland said, it's just in the quotations that just says, Coda is asshole, Wyvers bit hate. And says, because Coda is bastard man. And it's just always Sunny reference. On point, and thank you. And if there were prizes, you would win it.
You get a no prize.
You get the prize of I love you.
Oh look, you didn't even have to shoot this guy in the back.
So yeah, you guys through a combination of nice rolls, because again, like it's more like 2-1, considering Esme wasn't there. Like essentially, when you guys finish researching, Esme shows. You find out regarding like quote god weapons, they don't necessarily have to be like imbued with sentience or like you have to be following a specific god. It's just certain weapons, usually like swords or like, you know, weapons that do things like items, not necessarily weapons, but like anything that's related to a god item usually deals damage or heals. So it's more commonly like swords or axes or bows. Like you're not going to find god armor exists, but it's very, very rare. The actual sword that like say Sybil / Oliver have, it doesn't pop up. Like the exact sword doesn't pop up, but like similar swords pop up. They talk about how, again, you don't necessarily need to follow a god. It's just if the sword chooses you, it basically gives the person it chooses all the information to like activate the sword correctly or use the sword correctly. So they just instantly know, they're like instantly attuned because the sword allowed them to be attuned, essentially.
Okay.
As for okay, so we had swords. Give me the old research list, guys. Swords.
Mind flayer. Authentically face people.
Okay, yeah. So essentially, you guys find out that Squidface is an illithid, or more commonly, like the correct word is illithid. It's just people refer to them as mind flayer. Does everybody know what they are, or will I just spout off like basic quickfire knowledge just for just anyway? Cool. Yeah. I suppose if people are watching who aren't familiar with them from chat as well, I suppose. Okay, so essentially, intergalactic aliens, their civilization was going to be wiped out, so they decided to travel back in time before they got wiped out, which is a pretty solid fucking plan in my opinion, and figure out how to stop the impending doom. So that's why they're here in this current age era. They serve one, usually clan or a civilization serve one giant hive brain or hive mind, and they're constantly connected to it, bar like maybe certain heretics who are like essentially cut off from their civilization, which is very, very, very rare. Anything they see or do or hear or learn, the hive brain and the collective instantly know. Like it's just in their banks. Yeah, pretty much. They harvest brains. They love eating brains. And they tend to use psionics and not use magic, although certain heretics, in quotation marks, use magic and are often shunned by their society. And they tend to live deep underground in the Underdark, where they can plot, scheme, and learn above the stuff, like the world above, and then plot their schemes or just simply learn things. So yeah, they harvest brains by like wrapping tendrils around your face and then like burrowing a hole in your forehead and sucking that brain out. Thumbs up. There's literally a picture of someone in the. It's like Wayne from Wayne's World. He's like, excellent. Like, thumbs up at the end of the chapter.
Okay.
That's my
No.
thing.
Cool. So next topic, gang.
Fuck, I can't remember what it was.
Laureate.
That's
Oh yeah.
the one.
Laureate. Right. Yeah. There's nothing necessarily on Laureate nor the underground city that you found. It's just the general knowledge of liches. Is a case of they're most commonly, like not always, but like it's common. Wizards or just magic users that like sought immortality through necromancy, and usually through insane and like powerful means can often achieve it. And when they do achieve it, they achieve it. And the only way to properly quote kill a lich is to kill its phylactery.
Phylactery.
Yep, that one. Which can take many forms. It doesn't necessarily have to be on this plane of existence. They could be smart, pick it up, and just bring it to a plane of existence that nobody else like would think to look at, or just generally kind of like, oh, yeah, it's here now. Lol. So in your face, Voldemort. Essentially that. They don't like radiant. They're they're typical undead, in that sense, and they're very powerful. Like for someone to achieve lich status, they tend to be of this skill level of don't fuck around with unless you know what you're doing, or you're most likely going to die, or end up one of their thralls. Because like it's a case of like you can't have like a level 5 lich. It's like to be a lich you have to be like I set the fucking standard in this room, bitch, sort of level to get to that. So yeah, that's essentially it. Nothing about Laureate specifically. It's just more about like how liches are created. What do they do? What do they want? Why won't they leave me alone? Why am I writing about this? Why does my wife not love me? And the chapter just goes off on an awful tangent.
It's like first after Alexi.
Yeah, all the like wife stuff is just like citation needed. It's like we talked about this, Harold.
Like all the mage books are like this really annoying cookbook or each recipe.
So yeah, that's Laureate.
Right. Is there anything else?
Find anything from your nasty boys?
No, they're all quiet on their end. I just
quiet on the nasty front.
On the nasty front, just went to pop in with a bit, just a wee chat. So nothing too major. We should probably try and speak to this Andrea Deadfoot woman.
Yes. Let's.
Vincent.
You just yell that in the library.
Don't shout in the library, Esme. No.
I'm just gonna
like
say
all the mages' heads
no,
just like turn their heads slowly and like death glare. Like
I just point to Coda.
I'm sorry.
Oh my god,
Sorry. Yeah, so you guys are in a library with a lot of mages who want to throw things at you.
I'm pointing at Coda. Coda's fault.
I would like to leave.
That
I'm
fucking
a magic user, so I'm even worse. Me and Renan both, actually.
What?
We're like pigeon magic users, so.
I know
You
pigeon
leave.
magic. I can create pigeon.
You know what
I
I mean.
rolled to create pigeon.
my hands.
Tarrant.
Why was I given this gift?
Do I know prestidigitation? What are my cantrips actually? Fuck. I don't.
Renan, king of the pigeons.
King of the rats.
Right. Well,
Corvo,
Vincent.
Charlie Kelly, man.
are you well?
Hey, we're looking for a delightful woman named Andrea Deadfoot.
What's it worth to you?
It's worth like you not getting your ass kicked. That's what it's worth.
Esme.
Please.
He's like, roll intimidation. He's not phased.
All right. All right. That is my intimidation. I'm not gonna lie to you, Darren.
Like as you're staring him down, he's just taking like the longest drag. Essentially, until you roll, he's just looking you in the eye and just dragging on the cigarette. Hey, you're queer good.
Oh, for goodness sake. And she puts platinum on the desk.
Platinum?
A platinum? No.
Where'd
He
you
kind of like
get
has a freak out.
from?
Well, like what I
He
mean is like
snatches
the
it.
equivalent of
Oh, okay.
How much is the equivalent of a snatch?
10 gold?
10 gold pieces.
a yeah.
Cool.
Jesus.
He like
That's quite a bribe.
he snatches it away and he's like, too late, no takesy backsies.
Oh, God.
So yeah, I know about a woman called Andrea. What was the surname?
Oh, I hate you so much. Deadfoot. She works here.
Never heard of her.
Oh,
He starts cackling. He's like, "What are you fucking with you?" And essentially, he like points out the correct route, and he's like, "Don't take now the 5th left on the 3rd level, or you'll die." Like it's messy business, man.
Hey,
Good luck
Alright.
cleaning that up. And yeah, essentially, you're given like the correct, like your map updates to the correct option.
Google Maps has updated.
Yeah, literally.
So do we come to like her office?
There's a large door, and there's burn marks, scorch marks, claw marks, all kinds of marks on this door. Like the sign doesn't even say her full name. It's like it's just
Does it say
destroyed.
like what she does or what department she's in or
Master of aberration. Oh, sorry. Specializes in aberrations. Not masters.
Just
Yes.
knock.
There is no answer.
Miss
tried
Deadfoot.
I tried the door handle.
Door opens nice and smooth like. You hear a really loud squeaky voice. It's like, what? Come in.
Hello.
And you know that episode of It's Always Sunny where like
No.
Charlie and Max start working in that yoke and he's like, Carol. He has like all the sheets everywhere and the red lines everywhere.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's essentially her office. It's
Yeah.
just loads of just like, it's like you can see in the corner is like an old library sign. It's like, please don't tear pages out of the books, and there's just pages all over the walls.
Hey, are
It's
you
a teeny tiny gnome lady, and she's like, what do you want?
Are
Miss
you
Deadfoot.
Mrs. Deadfoot? Yes.
I am.
Hey, so do you know much of anything about tentacle-faced beasts known as
Elephants?
mind flayers? Yeah.
What about
One appeared in the city last night.
what?
Yeah, one appeared in the city last night.
What?
One appeared in the city last night.
What?
One appeared in the city last night.
Literally. Love that thing. The door slams behind you, like shut, and like you're all in, and she kind of like levitates right up to Esme's face, and she's like, "Where exactly?"
In a house in the rich district.
Specific. Oh wow, a house in the rich district. That'll be fucking easy to find.
I
It
give her
was
the
a
address.
fucking abandoned house full of
I
drow.
I give her the address.
Like, thank you, dear. Okay, anything else?
What significance is a portal to a realm of labyrinths?
Just, like mid drag on cigarette. Wait, what?
Realm of labyrinths.
Realm of. And she's like,
Oh my
abandoned
God.
house. Hmm?
Is Bowie there? Are we going to find Bowie?
I'm gonna go for Bowie.
She's like, whoa. And she like puts her like a finger on Esme's and just shh, stop talking. Labyrinths.
Yes.
She's like really skitty and like twitches a lot. She's like, okay. Okay, so who are you? Why are you here? How are you in my house?
We were
This
sent
is
by
a lot-
Vern.
This is yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, also that yes, you're sent by Vern. Also, this is an office.
You were sent by that bitch?
Yeah, that bitch. Listen, I think whatever personal shit you might have with the good lady Vern is not as important.
I like how your voice changes when Vern's brought into a conversation. You're like, listen. Don't tell her I was
chokes
here.
up.
All I'm gonna say to you is, right, for whatever reason you might hate her, she seems to think that you are the authority on squid-faced people. So can you explain to us the nature of this labyrinth world and why they might be trying to get secrets out of a random man?
What kind of man?
Just side note that it was also possibly possessing some drow.
Well, more than likely definitely possessing some drow.
Yes.
Mentally controlling them as their psionic.
Sending them to do its bidding on this man.
It's like, yes. I know what the squiddies do. But what's this man child thing? What?
His name, he's I don't know.
They were trying to get information out of areas in the mechanism.
Okay, and did you kill this man?
No, we killed the drow
Why?
that were trying to get the information from the man.
All right, but have you considered killing the man?
No.
Hey.
No.
Because they can just keep buying drow. It's like a farm for them. They just go over and like.
And if they kill him, they will just go on. And if we kill
No,
him, they will
you
just
kill him.
Yes, but if we kill him, that creates a whole other mess of problems. And they're just the mechanists are just
Well,
going to get someone else to
Oh,
guard
he's,
the restricted
he's a
section.
mechanist.
Yes, I said mechanist skill.
I mean, also the moral implications of straight up murdering someone isn't something we really want to be dealing with. But
That
I am
too.
going to direct you back towards the question of what the fuck is the significance of the labyrinth world? I feel like
Well,
I made this quite clear.
they live there. Well, apparently, well, maybe, possibly. Like, they live there, but they don't exist, but they do. So, yeah,
That's helpful.
I mean, it's not unhelpful.
They
Well,
exist, but they don't. Schrodinger's mind flayer.
Like,
I don't know who that is, but I'm sure he's a dickhead.
What if any, like, why would they want a mechanist? Like, what?
Why would they want mechanist information?
Well, they wanted weapons, didn't they?
Well, doesn't points at Coda. It's like, doesn't he answer the question? Why do they want mechanists? They want weapons. Mechanists like
Why
weapons.
But why would they want weapons if they can just suck people's brains out? What are they planning? What would they need the weapons for?
Unless they want to outfit their little drow army.
Well, perhaps they don't want the weapons. They want to know how to get past their weapons.
You think they want to infiltrate the mechanists?
Well, yeah. If you want to break into someone's house, it's handy to know where all the locks are.
Why not just take control of the mechanists instead of the drow?
Because, like, I'm assuming the same reason why they had to have a lackey do everything. Because anyone with significance in that guild very rarely leaves the fucking tower, and they lock their shit up tight. So, like, a lackey would get them some information, but not a lot. And anyone noteworthy would have bodyguards and would very seldom be silly enough to, like, walk down a dark alley and let a squiddy, like, you know, munch on them.
So that implies that to take control of people, they need to be in the same distance.
Well, yeah,
They
they
can't do it from afar.
Yeah, in theory. Like, their whole race is in theory.
How would we go about stopping them?
Hold on, I'll be an optimist. You
Thank you.
poke them in the head until they stop moving.
Alright, but how do we get to that dimension?
If I knew that, I would be there.
Alright. Fair enough.
What's your interest in this whole thing?
I just find them fascinating. It's like they exist, they don't exist, they travel through time, they don't travel through time. They're real, they're not real. Like,
So you have no real idea as to what just the idea of weaponry, really, in terms of motivations for their engagement with someone from this
Well, that's
guild.
what Amish said, wasn't it? But they wanted
Amish-
documents on weapons.
Yeah, I suppose.
It would be not like them to go brandishing crossbows and swords, but it wouldn't be unheard of. Then again, not much is known about the race, so they might just want swords.
From what you know, do you think it's likely they will try and strike the same target again, or will they probably be finished with him? Do they want it in secret, or would they... I mean, would this blow their cover and they want to try again?
Well, they can work in secret in general. Like, it's a case of, like, they can change shape. They can assume the form of most. At will, to my knowledge. So...
Do you know what kind of are they accomplished hunters?
As much as one can accomplish by sucking brains out of things and creating minions, yes.
I just mean, like, if this man was to run, like, is there any likelihood that him actually running would, like, are they good at finding people?
In theory, as long as he had the correct means to get away, he could technically get away. It's not like they know where he is every moment of every day. So if you take a man out of his house, he's not at the house. And as long as they know his patterns, if they don't know his patterns, then he could disappear if he had the right tools.
What
they would
kind of
probably
tools
just-
are you thinking of?
Send him somewhere he wouldn't normally go. If he has the coin, I doubt it. Get teleported to one of the other continents. But, we charge a hefty price for teleportation. And it scratches her chin.
But this creature would probably just try again with a different mechanist.
Yeah. The screw A doesn't fit into the slot, you put screw B in and you keep going until something fits.
Well, this has been mildly informative. I don't think there's anything else I can think of to ask right now. Are there any insights you yourself would have into them that we are not thinking of? Information that might be incredibly pertinent to any situation involving them?
Have they seen you?
One of them has, yes.
Well, if one of them's seen you, they've all seen you.
Oh, yes, of course they have. That's true.
Well, now they know what you look like, down to, like, how many hairs are on your chinny chin chin.
I have no beard, how dare you?
Granted, unless they read your thoughts, they probably don't know your name. It's just, they see a crowd and you're in it, they could probably pick you out.
What if they spoke to you in your head?
Again, unless you physically felt them delve deeper,
Yeah.
they might know your name, like as in like you are. She kind of gestures to Esme, like Esme.
Yeah, Esme.
Yeah. So they might know you as Esme, but they might not know you as Esme, surname, middle name, guild title, etc.
That's okay. That's less scary then. Listen, you might not be a big fan of Vern.
Bitch owes me 50 gold, but yes.
Bitch might pay you back someday, who knows? But should you hear anything about this going forward, and if you are looking for someone to help you with whatever you seek to do involving them, do give us a call. We have some other jobs we need to attend to.
All right.
Thank you, Andrea. I await your call with bated breath.
Alrighty then.
Friends, I believe we've gotten everything we're getting out of this.
Thanks for your help.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Like waves. Say bye.
Bye, girl. So yeah, not as revealing as I would have liked, but still pretty good.
But it seems we need to decide where we are sending the Pottens.
We need to go and see the Pottens. So
We
that's
need to know
probably-
where we're sending them. We can't just show up and tell them, be gone, goodbye, good luck.
Yes. Okay, hold on. We're going to get out of here before we can.
Yes.
That's what we're going to do. So we will talk just outside the Vern's house before we go in. How's that sound?
Sounds like a plan.
Yes.
Good. Now let us leave. She just waves at Vincent as she leaves. Bye, bitch. Girl,
Take the
bye.
fuck.
Look.
But yeah, realistically, while I don't expect she has the power or willingness to do it, Vern could potentially help us in what we do in terms of moving this family on. At the absolute least, we can get them out of here, get them to Dagdom, but we just need a contact in Dagdom to send them to.
We don't really, unless someone else does. I don't have any contact outside of Uria. Only place I know where outcasts go is Dead Man's Haven, and you don't send a family there.
Well, we should see what they actually want to do before we send them
They might have
anywhere.
relatives outside of Uria they could stay with.
That's also true.
We should ask them.
Let us get to that house then. Oh, she's gonna yell at me.
What?
She doesn't like you now.
She does like me.
Just keep your mouth shut and let us do the talking.
I mean, no. Not even slightly, ever. No. So let's go.
Alright, you'll that's when she yells at you.
Oh, she won't.
She almost definitely will.
She probably will, yeah. Darren, I would
Neil.
like to knock on Vern's door again.
The door knocks. A friendly, warm smile appears at the door. It is Sebastian, and he's like, "Yes,
Hi, Sebastian.
hello."
Hi.
Hello.
We are here to see Vern and the Pottens.
Yes. Oh, okay. Yeah. And he kind of like ushers you into the same greeting area as before, and he's like, "Take a seat. I'll they're just out the back." He kind of runs down the hallway a little bit, soft
Yep.
little jog. And a couple of minutes later, Vern reappears. She's like, "Yes."
Hi, Vern. We have come to take the Pottens off your hands.
And what exactly do you propose they do?
Well, we were going to ask them if they have any family that they could go and stay with. Pottens, are you here?
Pottens.
Pottens, have you any family that you could go and stay with?
The father is like, "I'm from Orion. I have a sister down there we can stay with." And the wife is like, "Well, I'm from Dagdom. I have some family there."
Isn't there a mind flayer in Orion?
Yes, there's a mind player in Orion.
Don't go to Orion then.
Go to Dagdom.
Detective safer. There's only an Oni there.
Oh god.
Like literally all of them, including Oliver and Vern, just like slowly turn to Coda and they're like, "A what?"
And nothing at all. An Oni.
There's only safety there.
That's what I meant.
A child snatching,
It's alright.
a child snatching
No.
spirit.
No, there isn't. It's all fine. That didn't happen.
I think you'll find it did.
No.
Full transparency.
Shut up.
Full transparency, Potten family.
Coda, shut up.
So, if we were to suggest you go anywhere, it would be to whatever family you have in Dagdom. I would also suggest that you take the long route because you need to basically put them off your trail.
As you say this, Vern stands up and she's like, "There is an alternative,
Ooh, I like when you have alternatives.
but it requires me to." And she turns to the Pottens to speak to these privately for some time.
Alright.
Us or
Okay.
the Pottens?
No, to you. Like Vern gestures that she's like, "I need to talk to these privately." She like calls Sebastian. And he's like, "Bring them out back, and
Don't
let them
shoot.
sit." Bring them out back and feed them both barrels.
Can I just start as like Sebastian? Like, hi, how are you? I hope you're well. I get
He's like,
worried.
"Oh, day to day, life's never boring here."
Good. I'm happy. As long as you're happy, I'm happy.
He's like, "Oh no, I'm very happy. It's fun."
Good. Right.
So Vern is like, "Right. So for this discussion to take place, you're gonna have to follow me."
Okay, let's go.
And she leads you into kind of like a little it looks like a kitchen, essentially. Like it's her kitchen is covered in plants. She's got like loads of nice little plants all along the windowsills, and it's really nice and airy and roomy. It's quite large. She like goes over to a press and climbs up like a little step ladder and pulls down a vase. Like it looks like a vase. It's a really distorted, weird vase. And she puts it in the center of the table, and she's like, "I need you all to touch that."
Why?
I touch it.
What is it?
it's the alternative.
What does it do?
I need you to trust me, and I need you to touch it.
I need you to tell me what it is before I touch it.
I'm not touching any weird magical things.
Guys, in terms
is-
of actual allies that we have, pretty much the only one who isn't almost dead. I appreciate the worry surrounding doing this, but given that every time we've been here, she's had every ability to kill us, but has chosen not to, indicates some level of not actually wanting us dead.
I'm not worried about her killing me. I just want to know what I'm touching before I touch
It's a simple illusionary device. When you touch it, it will give you a vision of what I want to do with the fucking family.
Thank you. And I touch it.
I touch it.
Spiritual reality. It's a HTC Vive.
Vern beat the mechanists to inventing the HTC Vive. They're shaking their little fists in their towers.
Right, so when you all touch it, nothing happens. When she touches it, many things happen. The room dissolves, dissipates, and guys, you are currently standing on a platform on the top of a fucking snowy mountain. There is snow everywhere. And she's like, all right, yeah, so I lied. Fair. She takes a step back and she's like, points at Esme, and she's like, Esme Nalio, points to Isadora, and she's like, Isadora Tanner. She points to, she goes down the line, names everyone. She gets to Coda, she says Icarus Darrow. And she's like, I know exactly who you all are, and if I wanted, I could kill you all. So, we're all on good terms, yeah? We're all on the same page.
I mean, decidedly less good terms.
Evidently.
All right, Grant. No, it's a case of like what I'm about to show you. It's a case of if you don't agree with it, you betray me. I just want you to know that if you betray me, I will literally kill you. Okay? Okay, cool. She reaches into her pocket and pulls out rings. And she's like, I'll give the family these. We give them to Warforged when we're smuggling them out of the city. They're just guys' rings. I know a guy who knows a guy who bribed a guy, who killed a guy, who can get them out, and once they're past the walls, the rings will work. The only place I can think of is going beyond the tree line. They can stay there if they want. I will give them money to take one of the ferries from the cities down the back. I don't know their names. The less I know, the better. Plausible deniability, yada, yada, yada. And that's my plan. So, you choose. You save them. Their fate is in your hands.
Can I ask you a quick question?
Sure.
You had time alone with that sword. Can you tell us what it is?
1 second, let me get my book.
Just because I'm all for sending them away, but if that's something that if we're sending them away with something that's incredibly dangerous, I'm not too happy with that going in the hands of a child and us basically ignoring it leaving.
Yeah, she's like, okay, so the sword, it's called the Storm Rider. It is essentially like she's like, how do I describe it? It's not a god weapon. It was just passed down by a god. Does that make it a god weapon? It probably does. I don't know. It's not sentient. It's not controlling him. It just it isn't sentient, but it chose him because he is of the requirements that it needs. It needs a champion. It needs someone pure of heart, and it chose him, and that's why he had it.
Okay.
Is it going to attract danger to them?
That's yeah.
From anyone onlooking, they would see a sword wrapped in chains. If that intimidates them or provokes them to check it out, then arguably yes. If they have detect magic or any sort of trinkets that are constantly detecting magic, they will get massive spikes when they look at Oliver or pass him. That's true. Granted, the ring that I have does make everything he wears switch. So as long as he keeps the ring on, like if someone looks at him with detect magic, they're going to see just like some sort of like, magical aura around him. You could pass it off as the ring. Granted, his aura will be significantly bigger, but like it's like anything. Like they could get stopped by a highwayman for the coin in their purse. They could get stopped by a highwayman for the sword on his back. It's the world we live in.
Why would this god put such a burden on a child?
Well, we don't know if the god is specific. It's like, yeah, I know what you mean.
If
This seems
the
too much
god
for-
did, if the god did or if the sword did. Maybe they're one and the same. I honestly don't know. Like, when reading whose it was originally, it turned up blank. There's no names. All it says is that it is Oliver's, and there doesn't seem to be any name of a previous owner in that sense. Although from what Esme told me, there was a previous owner. It chose him because it seems to think he's up to the challenge. It might be a rocky start, but the sword believes that he will rise to the challenge.
Maybe he will then. This seems to be the best option, like undeniably so. I am interested to know how you know so much more about us. Your mission to help sneak poor, unfortunate people out of a situation that is absolutely, completely destructive to them is one I understand why you kept secret, but would like to actually indicate that I would be not like, oh, I'm game to join up, because I'm not taking that as an offer, but I am like, I have no reason to sell you out for this because this is yours. This makes sense.
But we can't help if you want.
She kind of sighs and she's like, "See, I knew this would happen the second no, like,
Fair.
I appreciate. No, I don't mean that. It's just, it's a business that runs better with fewer numbers.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That makes sense.
The dead men don't come near me, and they do what I say when I say it, and that keeps everything happy with me. The less I have to deal with them, the better. The more numbers, although courageous and valiant of you, that would compromise the family's safety alone. Like you guys joining the party. And as for knowing about you, I've been watching you since you came into the city, so.
But why?
Well, coming to the city, wrong. It's when you talk to Harkin. It's not every day that everybody shows up, to take up random jobs. And I was like, I'm bored. I have potential new playthings to look at. And I watched. And yeah.
How did you know my name?
I looked. I asked the right people. And before you ask, no, these people aren't of this plane.
It's your grandparents. Fucking Icarus, little dickhead going behind his parents' back. I raised his mother better than that. It's like,
they sit in the ethereal plane. They're a fucking nag. But yeah, when you have the resources I have and the time that I have, you can pretty much find out anything about anyone.
Everything.
And I assure you, the naming of your name was purely to illustrate the severity of the situation. Your secret is safe with me. We all have skeletons in our closet, and frankly, just saying the name, I did feel bad about saying it. But again, I had to illustrate the situation that we're in. So Coda, I hope there's no hard feelings between us. But,
I still owe you a favor.
That you do. She has a big white tooth grin. She's like, but that will come later. Don't worry.
Can I ask you?
And I'm not going to get you to kill someone in case that's what you're worrying about. Yes, Esme.
Just in terms of your operation, and I'm not asking to join, as I said, do you think the reason you had a break-in was to do with your operation?
I originally didn't think so. I thought it was like what they seem to have taken was very personal, but I'm starting to consider the fact that my, as you say, operations are possibly drawing attention. It's doubtful. Again, I have eyes on the ground searching stuff, but it's a possibility, and it's definitely higher up the list of like what could potentially be the issue.
Well, just something that your friend, I spoke to Andrea Deadfoot. She says you owe her 50 gold.
I paid that bitch back.
yeah, okay, I guess as much. she made a point of. She said something that I just thought was interesting, worth noting, as it were.
All right, do tell.
That doing something like getting into someone's house is made so much easier when you already know the ins and outs of it. Just a bit of a weird thing that she said that I don't know, seemed to sync up in my head with what was going on with you. Maybe just keep in mind who does and doesn't know the ins and outs of your house.
Are you trying to imply Sebastian robbed from me?
I'm not implying Sebastian did, but is there anyone else that might know the place inside and out?
Inside and out?
Or
Even I don't know the insides and out of that house.
But no, I'm being absolutely genuine. I'm not suggesting that anyone did it, but I'm just suggesting keep in mind that that was something that was said that I thought was quite not telling in that sense, but it kind of raised the alarms of what if is that something that you need to keep in mind for this whole thing that's happening right now?
That's a good point. Thank you.
Hey.
That doesn't excuse the fact that you brought a fucking mechanist into my home, by the way.
A witch?
The Pottens, they're mechanists.
Oh. Look, I really don't think that his allegiance is going to stick now that his boy is literally going to be a future hero. Also, his family was put under threat for it. He doesn't seem to be that dumb. Unless you've actually spent time with him and he is that dumb.
He is so dumb. The fact that he hasn't climbed the ranks is no shock.
Okay. My apologies. It was never my intention to cause that kind of harm. But I also thought that you could handle the situation if it got out of hand.
It's fine. It'll take some time to finalize everything. They'll have to stay with me for a few days, but again, they won't get found. Nobody will know they're here. Nobody knows they're here.
This is true. And the last thing, just is he the book?
Oh.
Why does this book scream?
She rifles through her bag and then hands it over.
And he's like, "Where the hell did you find this?"
Drogath.
Where did you say?
Drogath.
Drogath?
Yeah.
She's like, "Oh wow, okay, And she's like, "Here, tap." Oh wait, no, you don't need this. And she's holding out the vase, and she just wiggles it, and they're you guys are back in the kitchen essentially. And she's like, "What?
What did you say?"
Oh, she's kind of looking at the book, and she's like, "What?" And she's like, "Hold this." And then she's like, "Wait, no." And she kind of shakes the vase, and you guys are back in the kitchen, and she's like, "Here, hold this," and she just throws it towards Esme.
The vase,
yeah.
Hey, yeah. I am happy to help.
Yeah, and she's like, "Right, hold on, let me go ask Sebastian. He's the book guy. Make yourself tea if you want." Gestures towards all the cabinet full of teas.
Darren.
Yo.
You know the way you said this house is a big twisty maze?
Yes.
Would we theoretically know the way back out?
From where you are now, yes. It's just around the corner.
I would like to leave.
Yeah, cool.
Where are you going?
I would like to ignore Coda.
I would like to follow him.
Isadora sits down heavily at the table.
Yeah, I just I'm letting that happen.
Cool. All right.
Can we call Smoliver in? I want to talk to Oliver. Unless
you're
talking about that book is dangerous.
Yes, it is. Well, not that dangerous. You don't want to expose a kid. Essentially, after a few minutes, Sebastian shows up, and Vern is behind him, and he's holding the book. He's like, And he's like, "Okay, so," and he's like, "If you gotta you can write this down or remember it, whichever is easiest for you."
Hold on 2 seconds, I'll write it down. Oh God, my arms. Why don't I have any arms? 2 seconds. Are Coda and Renan going to talk about why Renan is leaving? Because if we do that for a second, while I just get my notes in order. You're a dead foot.
I don't mind. I'll do it.
Bitch. Back to Vern's. Yeah, cool. Actually, I can get the notes on the Vern stuff now.
Oh,
Are we
okay.
having our conversation first?
It's up to you.
Yeah,
Oh no, you go ahead because you have your notes ready now. Yeah.
Yeah, I've notes in front of me.
yeah. Either or, guys. Like whatever's handiest. Like I feel like I've been doing an awful lot of we've been doing an awful
If
lot.
you
of
want a
talking.
break.
Well, no, but it's like if that's what you guys just left, and it would have taken her a bit of time to kind of look over the book anyway, so that kind of makes sense. That you guys that we would handle that while
Yeah, that's okay.
she's looking
Cool.
at the books. And stuff.
Actually, you've got that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Still ignoring Coda though.
Where is he going? He's just walking out of the house.
He's leaving the house.
Renan, where are you going?
Leaving.
Why?
Because I don't want to be in this house anymore.
That's fair. That thing with the vase was a bit unsettling.
Uncalled for.
Yes. There's no reason to leave. Like, we need to finish up here before we...
Let the girls do it then. I'm not staying in that house anymore.
She was just trying to frighten us.
There was no need.
I know. Didn't need to use my name either. Huh. Well, it worked. I'm sufficiently terrified of her.
I'm not terrified, I just don't want to be near her. I'm sick of people jerking me around.
That's reasonable considering what you've been through. What's wrong?
What do you mean, what's wrong?
You just seem preoccupied.
Maybe.
Is it being back here with what happened with Swinton and all that?
No, Coda, it's not.
So what's the matter?
You really don't know, do you?
What?
You
What don't I
shot
know?
between my legs.
Oh yes, yes I did.
Why did you do that?
I'm sorry. I you know me. I panic. And
How do you panic enough to purposely aim that thing at me to hit someone beyond me that I was already taking care of?
yes, you think I would have learned by now not to aim anywhere near you?
Oh yes, I do think you would have learned by now, Coda.
I saw evil thing in front of you, and I panicked because I took the shot because I didn't. Ironically, I didn't want you to get hurt. I made a mistake.
You didn't stop to think that you could have hit me. You could have crippled me.
I got a pretty awful case of tunnel vision. I just thought I was helping.
Maybe you could focus that tunnel vision on trying to make yourself a better person. And Renan stormed off.
Brutal. Brutal.
Meanwhile, in the house.
And undead Harkin slides by, cold-blooded.
Savage!
Oh,
Vern just comes out with the broom. It's like, no, I said get back in the house.
you get in that grave and you stay there.
We talked about this.
She's a necromancer!
She raised me up. It's like, no, I didn't. Stop telling people that.
I can almost hear his voice. I'm not dead. Stop telling people I'm dead. Okay, so Sebastian sits down at the kitchen table and he's like, hello, I'm Sebastian. Hi. Yeah, he's like, right, so the book, and he slides back over to Isadora, and he's like, it's called The Book of Those Who Died Screaming. It's a ghastly book.
That's fucking great.
Yeah, it's a ghastly tome. It's your go-to Necromancer 101 about dark magic and the occult. It can be helpful for researching those things, as you do. But the downside is that once you open it, the person using it isn't affected, but everybody in the immediate area is. If you speak the phrase "scream for me" in Elven, please don't say it. The binds undo, gag opens, mouth, and you know how it goes. Again, the person using it doesn't get affected. So it's quite easy for them to granted it does make a lot of noise, so if you're sneaking into someone's god-forsaken tomb to decipher their text, don't use this book. Or at least take notes and then bring them notes with you parchment that doesn't scream. It's good, buy non-screaming parchment. But yeah, other than that, it talks about dark magic, the occult, the undead, how to start a cult, and how to brainwash idiots. It's not rudimentary, but it's handy if you need to reference the dark arts. It's rare enough.
Do we want to keep this? Do you think it's going to be useful?
Yes.
In terms of game mechanics, if we translate that into video game talk, you have the fail-safe of if you're getting swarmed, you could use the scare UA voice thing, but also if you are ever having to identify something that could be necromancy-esque or evil magicness, if you're trying to can I check the book first, you basically get advantage on arcana checks for those things.
Oh, okay.
So that flavor text in terms of game mechanic or stats, that's what it would give you.
I know this isn't how it works, but the fact of the matter is, speaking Elven into a book of dead is essentially when the lich creature that we encountered was Elven. It's just kind of this. This has the potential to become that is useful going forward, dealing with anything that uprises about her, and also, do you speak Elvish?
Yeah.
All I'm thinking is as a distraction, where essentially someone over one side of a building opens a screaming book so that we can get somewhere else. Do you know what I mean? As a thing, it's actually quite useful.
I'll hold on to them.
Thanks, Susie.
Sebastian, here's the plan. It's okay, yeah, that's a fair point, but just remember, if all of the City Watch go to the screaming book, see the screaming book, and they get scared, they just run back the direction they just came. So.
That's true.
Yeah, we'll burn that bridge when we get to it.
Then they're also too scared to be dealing with the fact that other people are doing things.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
No, just I know. I agree. Okay, guys. Can I stay? Are they all out the back garden? Where are that family?
He's they're in. And he's room 302.
Isidora, don't use the family's name.
Okay.
I'm fairly certain that that Vern confirmed earlier that she does not actually know their names, and that it's better if she doesn't. So let us try and strive to ensure that, unless I misheard that.
You misheard that, but they, in their frightened state, most likely confessed who they were to the scary mage lady they lived with.
Guys, I ask you to do one goddamn thing. Keep the kid on the ground. He's walking and he's flying, and it's Okay.
Check it out, Mom. Hercules.
We're going to room 302, mainly to say goodbye.
As Esme leaves the room to talk to them, before I follow her, I look Vern in the eye, I turn and look Sebastian in the eye, and I wish them luck. And then I follow her out.
Oh, that's nice. I thought you were going to say something stupid. And
No!
I looked them in the eye and I kneecap both of them.
When have I ever said anything stupid ever?
Can I get that on a t-shirt? With just a really bad drawing of
can we have that check for Amy to cash down the line? Just I've never said anything stupid.
I'll make an audio bite of that I can just play when she says something stupid eventually.
It's wades through a swamp, falls over. It's Amy, do you remember that time?
Do you remember 7 months ago, right?
When the boat wasn't fucking sinking.
Right. Hello, families.
Hello.
Has Vern discussed with you the potential plan?
Yes, she put forward everything on the table, and as much as going under a different name, different appearance could, if we take that option, if you guys think it could be the best, it will be odd, but I feel like we will adapt, or it's a case of we will have to adapt, or as the alternative isn't that great.
Pure protection, great importance, because sorry, hold on. Your protection is of most important. You were singled out not only by some kind of malevolent force, by some kind of incredible. Well, something that I.
Neil, you keep cutting out.
You're breaking up a lot, Neil. You're cutting out.
Stop yelling at me.
We're not yelling.
Okay, hold on. Better?
Better or worse? Oh shit! I just spilled
Seems
popcorn
to
all over my.
be.
Anyway,
Keep
so
talking.
she says, yeah, well, you've been singled out in 2 instances, one in a positive way and one in a negative way. And I think this is the best choice for you guys. There's not much of anything I can do in terms of providing you assistance after this point. I can't, we can't really know your names, because if we do, we risk of basically being targets to find you guys. However, my name is Esme. It's Esme. It's Esme Nilo. But if you ever do need Esme Nilo, I'm pretty sure you can figure it out. I'm like, she just do both hands up and down the sides of her body. It's like, this is me. This is who this is who you're looking for.
You like what you think?
Uria is probably one of the easiest places to find me if you need to find me. And if you need to find me, I will always be happy to help. Mr. Potten.
Yes.
You are about to get a free pass for a new life. And it is not the best, not under the best circumstances, but it is still a brand new life. I need you to confirm for me what it was they were asking you to find. Was it just weapons, or was it specific weapons? Was it specific anything that they were asking you to get for them? Because that information is incredibly important. Anything that happens next.
They wanted production machines, like drills, like the giant generator things they use, like anything mining related.
Mining material.
Mining.
Anything that could pierce pretty much any wall, stone, or metal in large quantities.
A drill that could pierce the heavens.
They teleported into a house and tried to kill me, so why not?
Stone or steel. Walls, stone or steel. And I have no business judging you about this, but what, if anything, did you give them?
I gave them the basic stuff. Most of the stuff like you would find if you went to the local libraries and looked up what the Guild does. Like they seem again, I'm low level. I can't get into any of the record rooms that have higher. And if I did say sneak into them, like the penalty for which is not a good outcome for me or my family.
No, that's perfectly fine. I'm sure you did the best that you could, and we have to appreciate at least that. Yeah. Mrs. Potten, I'm sorry that you have to root your life to be someone.
She's just like, we'll adjust. It'll be okay. Move forward.
And then she just takes a knee next to Smoliver. She just puts her hand on his shoulder. Says, "Did Vern speak to you about your sword?"
She did.
Then you know that you are incredibly you a lot of ways, because you know from the outset something that people have to work hard to convince themselves of every day, which is that you know you are special, and you know you are destined great thing. Should
like,
the day ever come that you need someone to fight by your side, I will be living probably another good bit. If you ever if you ever think of the older lad, the older that you met when you went back for that sword, give me a shout, because I'm certain I would want to fight alongside whoever wields that blade. She says, I was given this by a friend of mine very recently, but its message rings clear. Heroes are the light in the dark. You will shine very, very bright. But sometimes we need help too. That will help you.
Yeah, it gives Esme a big hug.
Aww. That's right. Be safe. Be well. And if you do need us, I don't know how you're going to call, but you'll figure something out. You're a smart kid. She does the sage whisper again. Definitely smarter than your dad.
He giggles.
Like, right, okay. I'm done. I've had enough emotions.
That's enough of my kind emotions for the century.
It's like I'm returning to my other form.
Mr. Potten, Miss Potten, best of
Yes,
luck. Just everything Esme said. Keep yourself safe, look after each other, and if you ever do find yourselves in Uri again, add Isidora Tano to the list of people who are willing to help you.
Like, okay, we will. You take care.
Oliver?
Yes?
You are the coolest kid I know, and you're going to be a great hero.
Esme is offended.
He gives Izzy a big hug too.
Okay.
You guys will be gone before we come back to see Vern at any point. So the best of luck and all of that stuff. Walk to the door, turn to Vern and say, given that you have actually spoken to us truthfully, I hope that means that regardless of our personalities, our eclectic personalities, you do at least respect us enough to trust us with that information. And that's worth its weight in gold in a lot of ways. If you need us, call us, and I hope I'm not wrong in thinking that if we need help, we can find it here too.
Of course. Doors always open regardless of my mood.
She just kind of bows out. She's like, cool.
Esme out.
Yeah. It's like, she just grabs Isidora's hands like, Isidora, I need whiskey.
How long do Eladrin live again?
A while.
Yeah, a couple of centuries, isn't it?
So it's a lot longer than.
Longer than elves.
I thought it was standard anyway. Like it's like a subrace of elves. So like 200 years, she could definitely meet Oliver as a teenage hero and help him, and then die because it's the master dying.
Oh, she's the wise old mentor who has to die.
She's Obi-Wan.
Essentially.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Yeah, she's Obi-Wan, but 40 years younger and twice as hot.
Hey, Alec Guinness was a fine-looking man. How dare you?
He was.
She's
Silver
a really
fox.
confusing Obi-Wan. Okay.
She has
really
Oliver's like a teenage
badly
boy, and this
stuck on.
sexy lady is teaching him, and he's just like, "Oh God."
Hold on. Just give me 2 seconds, right?
Oh god.
Okay.
He has a badly stuck on beard, or she does.
She's Obi-Wan. Right?
Luke. My name's Oliver. Luke.
She hasn't granted Oliver the sword, but she knew the last wielder of the sword, and she was kind of hot for him. And essentially what happens is, what I'm drawing a comparison here, is Anakin and Obi-Wan wanting to screw, but then Anakin dying in completely in the worst way possible, and the new sword going to the young kid is like, I wanted to fuck you, Dad, but I can't fuck you, so it's too bad about it. This is where my mind has gone now.
Okay.
It's a lovely train of thought.
Anyway, so Coda.
Just before we go to Coda, can I get Vern's reassurance that as much as we're keeping her secret, she's keeping ours?
Yeah, she's like, yeah. It's like if I wanted to like rat like Coda out or anything, I could have done it many times, and why would I? You guys haven't crossed me, and I'm not the type to go like, ha ha ha, ha he said, she said, because you annoyed me. If you piss me off, I'll come and kick your ass. That's what I'm saying.
Thank you. I'd appreciate that.
No problem.
And she bows out.
She waves.
Closes the door. Sebastian, you'll never guess what I just found out. I won't tell, but Sebastian will. Right. Anyway, Isadora, let's go to the Hawk and Jester. I need to drink.
Okay.
Coda.
That poor boy.
I'll be okay.
Coda.
He was brave enough to come try and solve the situation in the first place. He was already.
He's such a little hero. Anyway,
Okay.
Coda.
You drink.
Laura.
Yeah, I go right after Renan.
I'm heading towards the Hog and Jester.
I stop you.
Can you?
Well, I kind of just
Can I roll
behind you.
athletics to like?
No, I don't grab you.
Get
I
away
just
from him?
I just up here, kind of show up behind you, and Renan, please wait.
If
What?
you shoot him in the legs, he won't be able to escape.
Jesus Christ, Neil.
You were right about me.
I know I'm right about you. I don't need to be told I'm right about you.
I'm not a good person. I've been weak, but I do want to be better.
Well, then start trying.
You make me want to be better, and I will do everything in my power to be. Cause
That's not what it looks like from my point of view.
I don't want to let you down again.
Why do I not
It
believe you?
hurts. You're one of the few people I care about in this world, and seeing that hate in your eyes, it hurts.
Good. I want it to hurt. I want this to sink in.
I won't let you down again. I'm so sorry.
What is this?
What is what? I'm trying to apologize.
Us. What is this?
I keep asking myself the same thing.
Well, answer it.
I don't know much. I know that when you were gone, I missed you more than I have any right to miss someone I've known for such a short amount of time.
When I was gone, I slept with someone else. An old friend. And I want to know how to feel about that. So I need to know what this is.
I want you to be happy. And if you're happier without me, then so be it. But I just know that when I saw you again after you left, I got the same feeling I got when I saw my family again, the feeling of being home, being safe, and I don't want to lose that. I don't want to lose you.
Well, then, make yourself a better person. Because I'm already shouldering enough burdens, I don't want to shoulder yours as well.
I know. And I want to help you.
This isn't going to work if you're not going to put in some effort to make yourself a better person.
For you, I will do anything I can. Everything.
Promise.
I promise.
And can we put a name to this?
If you want to.
Serious.
Yes.
Alright. You go back on your word and I'll kick your ass, you understand?
That's only fair. Thank you for giving me another chance to prove myself.
I want to be happy with you. Alright? I don't just want to be happy, I want to be happy with you.
I want the same.
We're on the same page. Let's work to stay on it.
Would you kick my ass if I kissed you?
Probably.
Probably shouldn't then.
Oh, go on.
I kiss him.
Don't you dare!
You kiss. It's
Okay.
cute. Your lips are pulled away from his as the seeker beside you has a hand on each shoulder. I kid, or do I?
The seeker just goes,
He's officiating!
The seeker golf claps.
Steve,
You go, you crazy kids!
Steve, I had 5 on them getting together. You owe me money, fucko.
A single tear rolls from the golden face of the seeker, and he learns what love is, and then he walks away. Changed man.
Vincent kisses Alexius. It's like, this is it. This could be us too.
Oh, right, yes. I straight up assume they're in a relationship. Like straight
I'm
up.
so glad Andrew's not here to say otherwise. That means it's canon now.
Oh, yeah. Fuck DM ruling.
you
Who
guys
gives a
can
shit?
fight it out on Saturday. We return to the Hawk and
Yeah,
Jester?
return to Falcon Jester.
Yeah, cool. Esme and Isadora are there. Tenchu is there, but like for mechanic
Esme's
purposes,
sobbing.
he's
Okay.
drinking
Well, for
anytime.
instance,
Anytime someone talks to him, he's just conveniently drinking and can't respond.
I buy a round of drinks for everyone.
Cool. Yeah.
So guys,
Too long,
haunted mansion,
sort of thing.
haunted mansion, haunted mansion, haunted mansion.
It's about 100
You've been really raring to go to this haunted mansion.
I mean, busting ghosts. Busting makes me feel good.
I'm up for kicking some ghosts in the odd.
Yes.
Wee.
Oh,
He-
Esme.
For all the emotional drama, we just need another ghost hunt.
I swear to God, if there's a ghost of a child in this mansion, I will kill some. Like I will in time, and I will beat that child to make sure that they just live forever.
Sweats.
Starts
Starts scratching out a notice.
Yeah. Yes, Coda. What?
I just, all the confusion. I forgot, I actually have something for you.
Is it chlamydia? 'Cause I don't
Oh,
know.
I have something for you.
I mean, well, okay,
That's
who wants to go
chlamydia.
first?
You go first.
Okay, yes, Esme, and I hand her a bundle with 5 arrows in it. See, they're a sort of new invention. I don't know exactly how. I mean, I'm 97% sure they're very stable. But I thought.
What do they?
Well,
they're
in theory, when they impact, they should sort of burst apart into flames and hit several enemies and light them on fire.
Her eyes just open. I was like, "What did you what? Oh my God!"
In theory, I've tested them a little, but not in the heat of battle. And, things always go wrong in the heat of battle, but in theory, that's what they do. So, I thought you might appreciate
If I
them.
get set on fire, this is out of character, right? If I get set on fire, I will beat Coda's ass.
Roll red dice. Roll the red.
No, like out of character, in theory, they shouldn't do anything to you. They should be fine.
I would definitely.
Unless you stand near the explosive.
Yeah, unless you shoot the arrow and then run at super speed, and then the arrow hits you in the air or something like that.
Misty
Like
step
you'd have
into
to
the
misty step into the fire. I mean, if you want to do that, yeah, but otherwise they should be fine.
Is angry at Coda, shoots arrow at wall, Misty steps into the flames, comes sprinting at Coda on fire. This is because of you!
Look what you've done!
It's that whole thing with it's with the guy on the bike, and then he ruins himself on the bike, and it's just like, goddamn Coda.
Fucking Coda! Oh my god. I want to do
into my
that thing
head.
with the Mages Guild and the Mechanist Guild for ages. Just like Alexius falling off a bike and just going, fucking Mechanist or something. Like, I'd love to do that. Anyway, sorry, continue.
His entire character.
Yeah, Renan, you wanted to do a thing.
I have a pair of gloves for you.
What? Why? What? Okay.
Because they're Tinkerer's gloves? I
Because
think.
your red demon hands disgust me.
No, I mean, I wasn't going to say that, but...
But also, yes.
Well, thank you. I didn't know we were all getting gifts for everyone. Now I feel bad.
Isadora, It's just
It's
like,
fine. We're just not loved. It's fine.
I
Isidore
gave
just
you
lies
buns.
Esme just lies on top of Isidore. It's like, you're my best friend. And I got that word.
Pat her on the head.
This is all the present you need. Okay? I know.
Esme, remember your charm.
Esme,
Calm,
can you give
quiet.
me a con save?
Why?
Because like,
For
just
drink.
the way you're whinging just makes me feel like Esme would start vomiting from the drinking.
Oh, yeah,
No.
Like, you're my best.
Oh no!
Let's do it.
Do it.
Esme is becoming more like Rick from Rick and Morty every day.
You were like leaning, like actually, you know that meme where like Homer is like right up in Bart's face, and he's like, Bart, I don't mean to alarm you, but I think there's someone else. That thing, he's like right up in Isidore's face and just like vomits onto her lap.
You onto the floor.
Esme lands in the vomit. I belong down here.
I'm not that bad.
She's not
Damn it, need to be
Coda.
that bad.
She's just like, okay, well, this is a lot for the middle of the day. I'm sorry.
You're right.
It's been a long day.
It's been a long, emotional day.
Do you want a cookie?
I mean, cookies would help.
I'll get some cookies.
Barman, we have a serious case of puke dress over here. Can someone unpuke this dress?
The elf man behind the counter is like, ugh, and he comes over and prestidigitates Isidore clean.
See,
Thank
Izzy,
you.
I told you.
But he like
Told
leaves
you.
he leaves the like bit of puke on like Esme's chin, like there. Like, ugh.
I mean, I deserve that.
That's fair. That's fair.
I put on my gloves.
Your
hands explode.
That's fair.
No,
Very
there's like
equal.
there's a label on it. It just says not suitable for children under 6 or tieflings.
The spikes inside just launch, and now your hands are useless forever. They're replaced with seeker hands.
No, they're like the devil's hands from Future.
From Futurama. Oh my
I'm gonna break it in
god.
tonight.
I can play the fiddle now really well.
They keep touching me in places.
Places.
I love that episode.
It's
Robot
so-
Devil is fucking best character.
So yeah.
Did the gloves do anything, Darren?
Yes, they infuse you with magical abilities of tinkering and smithing. You now get advantages on tinkering and smith tool checks.
Eee! Cool. Yay! I'm so excited to invent stuff. Yay!
Also, but there is, if you
Also,
roll,
you keep seeing eyes everywhere. It's awful.
if you no, actually, speaking of eyes, if you roll snake eyes, like whatever you're working on just disintegrates. Like the
That's
chance
fair,
of you roll,
though.
like the chance of you, like I've seen it being done before, but like it was like, how many fucking hours have I got on roll 20? Oh, you can't tell from here. But yeah, like I think I'm at like 300 hours on roll 20. Like I think I've seen it twice. Like snake eyes. With
Knowing me, it
advantage,
will
so
happen the first week, but okay.
if it does, your hands will literally explode. DM. Because I'm done. I'm just like, you know what? It's not meant to be. Coda is not meant to be happy.
Coda is not allowed to live.
No,
Coda
Coda's
falls
arms
into
blow.
his own forge.
Yeah, his hands blow off, and then he becomes the man with the iron fists. He just like sticks
That
his hands
sounds-
into the molten, and he's just like, yeah.
Awesome.
Okay, guys, it's 12. We're gonna end it there after a few drinks and a few vomity Esme. We'll get to our haunted mansion next week.
I'm so excited!
So yeah, to all who watched, thank you for tuning in. We play every Wednesdays at 9. You know, give or take a few minutes on each side at 9. Yeah, so tune in same time, same rat channels. I definitely said that wrong, but I'm too tired to care.
But let's just
yeah,
also say happy
so-
birthday to Axel, who will be older next
Happy
time we're
birthday,
playing.
Axel. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Happy birthday!
He will be an old man.
Yeah.
I'll be an older man. Thanks, guys. I love you.
Good night.
Good
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 night.
night, all. Thanks for watching.